Hello, you guys.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode. Oh, I have to look at the camera, not at myself. Okay. Myself, not, or camera, not myself. Whew. Stress. Okay. How is everyone? What up? Oh, what up, Bill? Haven't seen you in a long time. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, great to hear from everybody in chat. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Who is in the back? That's Bubby. Yeah, Bubby's guest appearing as the back of his head, I guess, is seen.
It's the roommate gaming room, computer room.
Yeah. It's really good. Mods, can we get a shout out for Babu Ari? Yeah, a Babu Ari one. Yeah, I know we've got a bunch of people in chat already.
OMG11, is that you? Yes, it is me. Yes.
Yeah.
Mike.
I'm Hopper.
Yeah. You're Hopper.
Do that again.
Me and Papa are watching. Nice!
Oh
my
my
sister and my
gosh.
dad are watching.
Aw,
That's so
thanks for
sweet.
watching.
Thank you so much for watching.
Papa, that's gives me Stranger Things vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, call it Papa. Yeah. Okay. Wow, that's fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you're watching, but I think you can put it on the TV with the Chromecast if you want.
Oh yeah, imagine big screen.
If you just want to see this
Yeah,
11
the makeup look
that I did.
Yeah.
Really close up. All right.
Okay, so I want to post the agenda in chat, and I'm gonna switch screens to show off our lovely agenda of everything we've got to go through today. So it's gonna show off a little while in chat, but at any time if you want to know what's going on, use that little thing. It's !agenda,
and then you press enter and it'll show the agenda in chat. So
exactly.
You can see what's happening.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna be starting off with the report today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to go over the agenda?
Oh yeah. Do you want to?
First? Sure.
Go for it.
You want to do this?
Okay, I'll intro this and then you go over the agenda.
Okay.
Okay. So every day, not every day.
every day. We should do it every day.
Okay. When will there be a Nerd Bill guest appearance? I'm so down for that. Bill, you gotta show up.
Come over.
Yeah, pop off. Want to join the cooking stream? It'll be a party.
Yeah.
Okay. So every single episode, we update our little punch board with an inspirational lyric from the Queen Doja Cat. So this week's episode is, what is it again? I forgot it right. You Just Want a Lap Dance, which is very, very G-rated for Hannah's favorite lyric. Just kidding.
I was like, it's also all from the same song, which is her song "Get Into It," which is the same
Get
name
Into
as
It.
her
Oh, exactly.
podcast.
That's the point of it all.
And so we're doing the lyrics in order, and I was like, "Oh, Michael, it's this lyric today.
Do you want to skip it?
Do you want to skip it, Michael? Like, should we skip it?" He's like, "No."
No. We don't skip lyrics here. Except for I do know you skipped the one that had a swear in it.
What?
One. What?
What?
Me? Yeah. No, all of a sudden I was going through the lyrics and I went, we didn't do that one. And I went, oh.
Maybe we didn't do it yet.
No. It's one of the earliest ones of the song.
Oh.
Never mind.
Sorry.
Wrong Alberta City. Wow. Wait, y'all are in Calgary? Yeah,
I gotta go to Edmonton. You have to go to Edmonton?
Because
we're close.
Yeah, that's only 3 hours away. Less than 3 hours-ish.
Oh, Lamau, JK. Wait.
Well,
y'all are in Calgary.
It's not that far.
We're in Calgary, but it's not that far. If you need to go to Edmonton, we could work something out.
Imagine the meetup.
We
It'd
could
be a pretty
meet
party.
up.
Yeah, Voltzi's in Edmonton. That would not be that bad.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it'd be a party.
I'd rather go to Calgary.
Calgary
Great.
is much better.
Come to Calgary.
Yeah. Okay, what do we got on the report docket? I'm going to punch.
Agenda. We got the report as usual. We're going to start with that. And at the end of the report, we're going to talk about Stranger Things Season 4. So that's going to be the one spoiler aspect of the podcast. And then we're going to go into the O-Talk, which is why is Stranger Things set in the 80s? Why'd they do that? Is it good? Blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to do an 80s music trivia quiz. We're going to test our knowledge of that. We're going to talk about 80s toys, and then we're going to play some games. So we're going to play Etch-A-Sketch Pictionary online. We're going to play Lite-Brite Pictionary online. And then we're going to play Dig Dug online, which is a arcade game.
Yeah, and we're going to be trying to do the Pictionary stuff with you guys, too. Include you guys in it in some way.
Yeah.
So that'll be one of the fun parts of the time. A fun time.
Yeah. Nerdbill said, I've heard great things about Edmonton.
I've never heard anything good about Edmonton.
You must be talking to Volts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a mall there.
There is a mall there.
Still biggest in North America.
Amusement park.
Yeah.
I don't think it is still the biggest, actually.
In North America it is, not in the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought Mall of America was bigger.
No, it's not.
Great. See? That's great.
That's so good.
That
But
is great.
I think they're trying to build one that's bigger in New Jersey. But I think that it started to fail because of COVID.
Yeah, COVID has really shaped malls.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because we're going to talk about malls with like the 80s.
Ooh, the 80s,
Yeah,
it's all related.
It's all coming together. So, okay, should we start the report?
Oh, yeah. Okay, wait. The report.
The report. So the report is we talk about pop culture. We talk about new things. We act like news reporters, but in our own way.
This week on The Reporter. Back to you, Betty. Okay. So, Drake is now releasing house music. He's releasing gay music now.
I heard he was releasing music for the girls.
For the girls and the gays?
Yeah.
That's Drake's vibes now?
That's what I saw on my TikTok For You page. It was like saying, yeah, Drake has always known how to release music that girls like. And use like that.
That's now he's catering to it.
Anyway, but I haven't listened to this album, so like
I've listened to most of it now, and I actually think it's some of his better music in recent time because I haven't liked one of his albums since probably 2015 or 16.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah, all his albums since 2016 have kind of been like garbage to me.
Oh,
but this one, I was like, most of the songs are actually re-listenable and also super vibey. Like you could just put this on and phase it out and it just sounds really nice. Like the production is really well done.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. It's a good vibes, good albums. So if y'all are ever looking for a good album to put on, Mall of America is bigger, I think. I don't think it is because I think they built upwards. Well, Edmonton keeps going outwards, and so I think it technically is bigger still.
I do think that the Galaxyland, the amusement park, is the biggest indoor amusement park still. And
I'd believe
as
that.
With the water park that's there. But
it's crazy. I've heard that the album is straight garbage. This album, I think a lot of people didn't like it. It's very different from anything he's released. And so I think a lot of people didn't like it because it is very different from his past release. But I personally think it's more what I would listen to with like the way the house sort of trap mix to it. But it's not that bad.
Yeah, Bill, you should listen. Okay, I'll be right back then.
Yeah, it's the time to listen. This is it.
I mean, yeah, I'd love to know what you think.
Yeah.
Later.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my whole thoughts on Drake's album.
Nice.
It's okay. And very unique and new.
That's cool. Maybe I'll have to listen to it.
Yeah.
I like house, I think.
Mm-hmm. It's that repetitive.
Yeah. Just like a little danceable, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my report item.
Back to you.
Back to me. So, yeah, Lizzo released a new song. It's called Girls. Girls. And there was some, I guess you could call it backlash or some criticism about a word she used in it that people were like, this is ableist. This is a hurtful word, especially for people with, I think they said, cerebral palsy. Yeah.
Interesting.
But, and then... yeah, there was lots of like kind of news about the criticism there, and she, within a couple days after releasing it, she released this little statement on Instagram, very short, few sentences, and said she changed the lyric. It's the lyrics out of there, and I just like am so excited about it. Like I just think it was like so well done the way she did it. Like I think celebrities, they get criticized and they feel canceled, and like sometimes they get canceled.
They get defensive.
Sometimes they get so defensive. They get like so sorry for themselves and like whatever. And I feel like she is setting the tone of just like what it looks like to just be like, oh yeah, I'll be accountable for that. Like I'm sorry it was ableist, or yeah, I'm sorry it was ableist. I don't want to use. Yeah, she said, never want to promote derogatory language. And I've had hurtful words used against me, so I understand, like, the power of words. I'm going to change the lyric. And that was that. No big, long, like, tearful video. Like, she's just like, yeah, I'm sorry. And, like, everybody was like, yes, like, this is what we were looking for. We were just looking for
single celebrity,
some accountability.
Why can't they do that?
Just say sorry and change it. And, like, we'll still love you, you know? And, like, I think that's an important thing. And the reason people neglect to say like sorry a lot and give good apologies is because they're scared if they do that, they will get abandoned, canceled, and like, you know, if they admit it. And I think this like shows it's like everyone was like, that's exactly what we wanted from you, and like
from every
we
celebrity.
feel so supported, you
Why
know,
not?
and from every celebrity, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought it was like so great. It just like made me really excited, and just like excited for the future. I'm like, maybe other celebs can like follow Lizzo's example, and like even other like PR teams for other celebs, right, can be like, oh, it is that simple, and like we could just use the accountability method and
wish
be
Halsey
simple
could do
with
this.
it, you know.
I wish Halsey was capable of this.
Oh no.
Her ego's too big.
Well, and most of them are, right? And like
Yeah.
Lizzo, she's just like cut the, you know, complications, and she just
It was great.
It was just like so great.
So great.
Yeah, Barbara says, I love Lizzo. What a queen. I know.
She is amazing. Okay, we've got our lap dance lyric.
Yay.
You just want a lap dance.
Yeah. All right.
I'll go put this.
Next item.
Yeah. The Boys. Season
The
3.
Boys.
So this is apparently the only good TV show that's been released all year. And for some reason, it's the only one I haven't watched yet.
Oh, you haven't watched it?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I've been saving it to watch it with some people, and so I haven't seen it yet. The Boys is great. I love season 1 and 2. One of my favorite shows. Love it. Everything about it just hits home for me so much. There's so many funny moments. They take a lot of dark humor. There's this entire like leveling of like how it's a reflection on our world with this sort of dramatization and exaggeration of like Marvel stuff. So it's super interesting.
Cool.
And so season 3 is apparently even better than the past 2 seasons, which are I love. And so when I heard that, now I'm very hyped for it.
So excited.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm very excited to watch.
It's like a superhero
and it's finally
show,
coming
right?
out. And it's coming out week to week as well.
Oh, week
so,
to week.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's saving to watch it with me. Yeah, Bill. Oh my gosh, don't say that. Yeah. So.
The Boys is a great show. Cool.
Yeah, love it.
I've heard it would be too like gruesome for me. Somebody told me
You
that.
might not like it.
Yeah, they said I wouldn't like it.
There is
But we're
some.
different.
There's a lot of sexual content and a lot of like gruesome content.
Yeah.
And it's all to drive home sort of the almost like Greekness of the superheroes. Like they've abused their power so much. They're like the celebrities and the ancient Greeks of like they're just like getting naked and doing whatever
depraved.
And like the orgies and the drinking and the
Oh,
craziness of their power. Like they're power hungry and gone wild kind of vibes.
Oh, interesting.
It's really fascinating.
Cool.
And then there's another one of mine.
Lightyear.
I saw Lightyear and it's also good. It's
I
cute.
see it.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
Why does it say Buzz Astral? Oh, that's like a Chesia poster. Interesting.
Oh, it's not like fully
this
English.
this is not the English poster.
Cool poster though.
Yeah.
Looks nice.
Like it? That's weird. That's kind of funny. But I saw it. It has a queer relationship in it, which
that's cool.
got a lot of headlines.
Yeah.
And it was kicked out of many countries because of that. And
wow.
It has a whole bunch of people online and conservative people wanting it kicked out of theaters too because of it. But honestly, it's like it was a very wholesome thing. I find this movie is extremely wholesome. Like if someone has
what I heard about it.
Yeah, if someone has a problem with it, I'm just like, why? It's showing healthy, fun relationships.
Yeah.
And also, like he's just going through a really interesting sort of self-processing like hero's journey story. It's very, very classic. Lots of references to 80s movies.
Right, because it's set like in the past, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be that this is the movie that Andy watched in the 90s that made him want to buy the Buzz Lightyear toy.
Right, that's such a fun concept. I love that.
So it's like there's lots of references to like a bunch of 70s, 80s, 90s like space movies and Star Wars stuff and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it's really cute, really well done. Animation is insane in this movie. Like
I
Pixar
think I heard that too.
is stellar. Like I think people don't give enough credit to them, but the lighting and the textures and just the way that everything looks real now.
Just like a work of art.
Exactly.
Kind of vibe. Yeah.
Like they have to make it now look animated and like because everything looks too real. They have to like take their time to almost like give it that animation style, like stylize it.
Yeah. I've heard about that too, because like it can freak people out if it's too real looking.
Yeah.
Animation. Yeah. Actually, funny thing about this, I watched like some of the red carpet stuff on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah, they went live on TikTok, and I got to watch like this interviewer.
Was it Chris Evans?
There was like 1 second with Chris Evans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the rest was like interviewing just like producers, writers, like whatever. We got a fortnight. Yeah, and it was cool. I liked it. Yeah, I thought the reporter was just it was just fun to watch, and I like spent an hour like just watching it, which isn't really like a thing that I usually do, but it was like really fun to see all these interviews.
I guess so.
Keke Palmer.
Yeah,
Her
she
red
plays
carpet.
the one character on the poster. Yeah.
Her red carpet outfit was so
it's like
gorgeous. Yeah.
Oh,
It was
that's cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's really cool.
Nice, dude.
Okay. This is another one for you now.
Yeah, report.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is a Hannah one.
Okay, well, we talked a little bit last week about Doja Cat's song Vegas.
Or last episode.
Or last episode. And how much we love it. But over the last month, since that episode came out, I feel like we just realized we
Became
love it even
addicted to
more.
the song.
We became addicted. We realized that it's the song that would save us from Vecna.
Yeah, it's
given that situation. And which more on that later.
Oh my, spoilers. No.
Yeah, and then we were both independently, we kind of learned some things about like Elvis and the song. And so something that I learned independently, which too bad that I didn't know it before, but I learned that Elvis's song Hound Dog was actually originally recorded by a black woman who sang like blues music. It was more blues style. It wasn't like as rockish as Elvis. And so then in learning that, I learned about, there was like a lot of kind of controversy about how Elvis like kind of took a lot of like black music and black like styles, like black artists styles, and then kind of made them his own and kind of got more popular from it. And so a lot of like hurt from like the black community of like being like, yeah, like just some cultural appropriation and like stealing, you know?
Yeah.
And
uncredited work.
Yeah, and then there's also there has been like a lot of talk about like Elvis just not liking black people either and whatever, and it's like one of those things where all the white people around him are saying no, he wasn't racist, and all the black people around him are saying yeah, he was.
It seemed a little
racist.
racist.
You gotta wonder who's telling the truth. Yeah. So that's kind of what I learned, and then I was just I was like stunned. I was like, wow, this is like.
Wait, I want to pull up the lyrics.
Yeah, you should pull up the lyrics.
I'll pull up the lyrics here. Okay.
And then Michael, separately, kind of was listening to Vegas and listening specifically to the second verse, and he realized it was about this thing that I was learning about how.
Or I made the assumption.
You made the assumption it was about how like Elvis was stealing from the black community, and she kind of puts it in there. Doja Cat does. Yeah.
Okay.
It's it's down more, I think. Like if you scroll more, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So I think the whole messaging of the song, kind of is encapsulating like Doja's. It's essentially what, in my perspective, a big diss track to Elvis that she was able to put on the Elvis movie soundtrack.
Which just blows my mind. Like, it's so iconic and so, like, but honestly, it's beautiful to me.
So fun.
That she's, like, able to just kind of reclaim. And, like, I just feel like, you know, she's speaking for that woman who got her song, like, stolen and forgotten about, you know? Yeah. And I just, like, I'm like, wow, that's, like, so beautiful.
Because she's sampling the original Hound Dog by the black woman.
Yeah.
We should learn her name because I feel stupid.
Her name's Big Mama Thornton. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was just I call her. Yeah. And then, so she's sampling that instead of Elvis's version, which is also one thing.
Right.
And then when she's talking in reference to like a hound dog, she's saying basically, no, you're not a hound dog. You're just a dog. You're a fraud. You're a player. And no one else understands it. You ain't the man. You ain't the man. Like, you're nothing, essentially.
Yeah.
And like that's what the chorus is. And I'm like, why is she so upset, kind of thing? Like, this is like a dog, garbage person she's talking about. And then it's saying, okay, you really like it when we're in bed. You like when we're corseted. You like when we're under your control. You like when we're waiting for you. What stays in Vegas is going to happen in Vegas, but like I'm not letting this stay in Vegas.
She's gonna tell the story.
I'm going to tell the world about what you did to us in bed, the way you treated us, kind of vibes. It's basically saying the way you've like muzzled us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then, so that's what the whole first verse is just very much that kind of vibes. And then the second verse is, I get it. You ain't get, I know you got some other you wanted. I get it. You need someone that you could prove you wrong. So I reckon you leave your problems at the door to my city. You ain't, you gonna need me to tell my brothers where you from. And I admit it, I still get empathy. You got me feeling it for 2 weeks. So basically, I think to break down these lyrics, it's kind of referencing like Martin Luther King.
Oh yeah, that's what you thought. Yeah.
I went, a lot of these kind of seem a little bit in parallel with that of. Especially the second half when you're releasing from the streets, but get the demons off their leash, a whole new meaning. You say you living in a dream. We can keep that asleep. You're going to laugh with all your G's. Sheep, Z, 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 Z. So basically, it would be like, so while all this is going down with like the big revolution that was going on in the States at the time of Elvis, he's saying like basically you're taking from us, you're abusing or you're taking from black people, you're abusing black people and appropriating their culture and giving it to a white audience. You're making it acceptable for them, and you put that Yeezy in your teeth. Another like thing from it's just it also was like, wait a second, what is she talking about? And it all kind of clicked in that moment of, oh, so he has stolen everything and then slept on them, basically. He gave them no credit and didn't do anything for them. He likes to see black people below him while stealing from them to become more famous. And that I just was like, that is such a cool song. It's such a cool concept to also be able to have that be like the featured song too of the Elvis movie. It's like reclaiming the message, and I think the movie kind of plays them out to be a bit of a hero too. Like at least by I have not seen the movie yet. By the trailers, it's kind of like they're trying to like shape this narrative that like he really wanted to stand up for black rights but just wasn't allowed, kind of thing, because his label said that's gonna make you pictured wrong. But it's like there's no proof to that being part of his story. So. I'm like, what the heck? This is just so fascinating to me. Yeah. I love it. I love this song. I think it's the meaning behind it, the artistry behind Doja Cat, the way she fits in cool things, incorporates it into lyrics. Just think it's so cool.
Yeah, she's so cool. Yeah, it's also cool that, like, she samples the original song, but I also think that even if you interpret this song as not a straight-up diss track for Elvis, you interpret it as, like, you could interpret it as like a very personal song of like a relationship with a guy that didn't go over well. She's gonna not leave it in Vegas. She's gonna tell about the shady things he did or like whatever. But even with that meaning, it's very much more similar to Big Mama Thornton's original song, which like sung by Elvis, just a white man. You don't get the same effect of like a woman saying like, you're not doing anything for me. You're not performing, and you're doing me dirty. You know, like whatever. And like this song comes back to that and says, like you're just a dog, like you're
a player.
You're playing mean, like whatever. And that I don't know if you heard Big Mama Thornton's version.
Only pieces.
But, like her that part in Doja Cat's song that's like, I get it or whatever. It's also in Big Mama Thornton's song where she's kind of like making fun of like the dog at that point, and she's going like, get it, like kind of like as
get
if
the
you're
bone,
go get the bone, like go chase around your little bone, like whatever. And Doja Cat kind of plays on it where it's like it's kind of that, but it's also I get it, I understand the story, and she's kind of saying like I understand the narrative, I understand like these shady things, and like
self-aware that I'm the dog on the bone kind of vibes.
I just think it's very cool, and especially coming from somebody who's had controversy in the past from like associating with white supremacists in chat rooms. Like I don't know if you remember that, but Doja, she got like
She's so
you know,
weird.
canceled, criticized for that. And like I just feel like you're seeing her journey of like realizing how to like, you know, speak out against like things that are going against her race and stuff, you know, and just going from kind of, like associating and kind of that weird stuff to like learning to speak out. And I think like a lot of people who are part of like groups that are discriminated against and oppressed and whatever kind of go through that journey. And I think it's just like so beautiful to see her like just rising up and finding her voice and speaking out and in such a brilliant and artistic and creative way like that she always does too, you know. So it's just, like,
Doja.
amazing. What can I say? She's perfect.
Okay, let's go next
her.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, Beyonce released "Break My Soul." There's a lot of music today.
Yeah, it's
I didn't
true.
realize there's a lot of music
that we're talking about. Yeah.
So Beyonce hasn't released an album in 6 years.
I think it was 6 years.
Yeah, because it was after she came back for the Super Bowl for that surprise appearance. 6 years since we've gotten Beyonce music. She did the Carter's album where her and Jay-Z released an album together.
Right.
In 2018, I think that was something around there. But so it's just been a long time.
Yeah.
And she's coming out with this sort of happy album. It kind of seems like.
Right.
She's described it as like during COVID, she would go to the studio or she'd make music to escape and like have fun.
Yeah.
And she said, in turn, it's a very inspirational, like powerful, happy record she's releasing.
Right.
All about like looking for the good in life and the fun in life and like the joys you can bring. And like this song definitely represents that. Like, you are not gonna break my soul. You will not turn me down. I found my vibe. I found my happiness. I found my rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a very like fun, happy, upbeat track.
Yeah.
And it's sounding like that's what the
that.
whole album's gonna be like.
Cool.
So very different
Yeah.
than her last album, which was Lemonade, which was like the most iconic breakup album of all time.
Yeah.
So it's going to be super interesting, and I can't believe it's going to be another year where Beyonce and Adele have both released albums and will both be the number one like Grammy contenders probably.
Right.
That's like every single time they want to release music, they just compete with each other.
Yeah, which is funny because they don't. Yeah, like it's been a while for both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. My sister's finding some emotes in the chat.
The emotes are great.
We love to see it.
Okay, this is a weird one.
Is the movie called Gentleman?
No, I put that.
Oh. Do tell what you mean by that.
So, Minions: Rise of Gru came out last week.
Right.
That's about it on that. The movie came out, but this movie has been made and done and finished in the can for 2 years. It was supposed to release.
That's so weird.
Yeah. It was supposed to release July 2020, but then they pushed it to summer 2021. Then they pushed it again to summer 2022. So this movie is supposed to have been done and gone long ago.
Yeah.
And no one really cares about it anymore. I don't think anyone has really thought, wow, I really want another
waiting.
I'm so excited for Minions.
Yeah.
No one's ever wanted that. But here it comes. So it came out, but before it came out, I think the origin of the meme was because of Morbius. Do you remember I talked about that last time? That weird Morbius meme of it coming back to theaters? I think it started there, the meme, because it seems like it's an extension of that, of bad movies ending up in the theaters very late in the game.
Right.
And so basically a lot of this weird meme on Reddit and Instagram started of people saying that they were going to yikes my whole life. Yeah. What?
What do you mean?
I don't get it. Wait, yikes my whole life?
You've been waiting for Minions your whole life?
I
Is that
believe,
what you meant?
Yeah.
Hannah's biggest fan?
I'd be really... Okay, Hope, you can go see it, okay? I won't judge you. I saw the worst tweet that was kind of Minions related.
Oh, do tell.
Okay, post in the Discord or something. I don't know. TOS, what's that? Terms of service.
Oh.
But no,
yeah.
So a bunch of people have started to go see this movie. Like, the meme is that the whole squad is pulling up to see Minions.
Okay, yeah, that's the meme.
The meme is your whole squad of like bros or gentlemen or kind of thing.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
the
yeah.
homies are
Yeah,
gonna
all
go
the homies.
have been waiting to see the rise of Gru kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Is what it is. And
That's so funny.
so there's actually become a huge influx. I just want his minions to Gru in me. What the heck? But then so they've actually had this huge influx this past weekend of very few kids seeing this movie, but instead
people actually living out the meme.
Living out the meme.
Oh my gosh!
I think memes have become a lot more. I always think of everyone's joking when they post memes on the internet.
Right.
But I guess these people weren't, because this movie made a lot of money this weekend. And they said most theaters were actually filled with teenagers and young adults in full suits. People were showing up.
They're fully... No way!
The homies were showing up with their little squad, fully decked out in suits and dresses and all that, like the whole ditz and glamour.
Like
to
fully...
to show up to see this movie. It's really funny.
That is definitely characteristic of the sense of humor of our time, I think. Right?
Yeah.
That is the sense of humor is we're just gonna see it ironically and we're
ironically
fully live
watch
it.
Yeah.
We're gonna put on our suit. That's just
ridiculous.
So
yeah. Could you imagine? Yeah, there's some theaters have now banned. You cannot you can't go watch this movie if you're in a suit.
Why?
Because the other issue is usually when a bunch of teenagers go to see these movies, they're really horrible to the staff there. They're a disaster. They're a mess. They want to live out the meme to the extent, and it's usually not very great for the staff there. They buy the extra supreme popcorn, all of them. They all buy the big bucket of popcorn. They all buy the big drink, and then they spill it everywhere, and then they throw it in the garbage cans. Everything becomes chaos.
Guests.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too bad.
So it usually sucks for them. So a lot of movie theaters have started banning groups of this many or more can go see it, or you have to be this age or kind of vibe. They don't want this chaos.
That's crazy.
There's another movie that happened for, I can't remember what it was though. It was another kids movie though, where a lot of parents and adults, or not parents, a lot of teenagers and adults were seeing it as a joke, and it got out of hand.
Ruining the kids' experience.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not good. You gotta be nice to your movie theater workers.
It's kind of funny, the meme, but
well, it is. Yeah,
it's kind of funny, the meme, but they took it too far.
Yeah.
But what a weird thing in pop culture.
That's funny. That is a very pop culture moment. Report item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the last one before Stranger Things?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay. This has been my obsession for the past couple months.
Wow.
Ezra.
A couple months is honestly a long time.
I really enjoy Ezra, or used to. I don't enjoy them anymore.
So it's kind of probably sad for you as a fan.
Not really. There's I can turn on people like that. The sadness goes away very quickly.
And then you just
at first you go, oh, I'm disappointed in them. Oh, I'm sad. I really liked them in that movie. And then all of a sudden you go, oh, never mind, you're a horrible person. So Ezra Miller was in the news again and again and again over this past month, because all the little things that were going wrong in their life hit an explosion sort of over this past month. Ezra has been known to be a very eccentric actor, very beloved. I enjoyed them from the Perks of Being a Wallflower to the Fantastic Beasts series to The Flash. Ezra was featured as The Flash, and I didn't think they did that bad of a job. Mm-hmm. It was just kind of cringy writing is what I found. But Ezra has always been also a very fashion-forward icon kind of thing, willing to wear very gender non-conforming stuff on runways and stuff. But about, when was this? It was about a year or two ago. A video was leaked of Ezra basically beating up a woman, grabbing her by the neck, shoving her into the ground.
Oh no.
At a bar, and then basically screaming you want to fight, you want to go kind of vibes.
Oh no.
And then people were like, is that Ezra? Is that actually them? and it was never really like confirmed. It was just this weird video that showed up and then disappeared.
Yeah.
But then this past March, it was like confirmed that that was Ezra in the video, and also more things came out of that Ezra's been living in Hawaii for most of COVID, and in March was arrested because they beat up another person at a bar.
Oh.
So Ezra beat up someone else at a bar.
It's not good.
And while screaming something about being a god, is what they basically said. And then Ezra posted it was his Instagram bio for a really long time, this link to a bunch of music that they had made. And so then they got sued by their two producers because their producers now were promised to make music with Ezra, but like Ezra essentially screwed them over because
like breaking contracts.
Broke contract.
Yeah.
Now all the music's out there, exposed, leaked. They can't make any money off of it.
Wow.
Ezra just posted it all to their Instagram. So they sued Ezra as well. So that's ongoing still.
So that's like all happening.
Yeah. And then more happened in which they went to jail. Ezra went to jail for a week because they beat up that person in the bar.
Oh, okay.
And then was bailed out by some random couple. This random couple. And then it turned out that Ezra had been living with this couple in a hotel room for the past like 6 months or something.
Oh, wow.
And then it was like, why?
Yeah.
Why? And then I guess they were not fully there. It wasn't their choice to be there, is what it kind of seemed like. But they bailed Ezra out.
No.
Like that. There's something weird there in that there's an
No.
abusive relationship between this couple and Ezra.
Yeah, like money probably involved.
And then they were able to file a restraining order against Ezra and were able to escape them. And Ezra can no longer visit them in any circumstance, basically, or see them.
Oh.
But then a week later, after that, Ezra beat someone else up at a bar by throwing a chair at some lady.
Oh, no.
And that lady got bashed across the head, a big cut. And then Ezra was then in jail again, but then they couldn't hold them for some reason. And so they were let go with sort of like this, but we're on watch, like basically.
Right.
But then during that happened, I think that was end of March then. And then Ezra goes missing. Ran away.
Yeah.
And then someone comes out and says, I think my child has been groomed by Ezra Miller because I can't find my child.
Oh, no.
And then it's confirmed that child, Ezra Miller, is on the loose, running away, hidden, no one can find them, and they have a kid. They know that they have a kid.
No.
Some sort of this random person. And so basically, Ezra had been grooming this child for however much time to obey them kind of thing.
Oh my gosh, that's really messed up.
Yeah, so there was another rumor that there was another kid that Ezra was keeping somewhere as well. Just like weird stuff, man. But
Yikes.
it all last week sort of came to a head in, like, Ezra's just been on the loose, like hiding in the middle of the jungle in Hawaii with some kid for like a month.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's been a month of hiding in the jungle with a kid.
Oh.
Like crazy stuff, man.
I hope they find the kid and stuff.
Yeah. And so then this past week, it all like exploded again because they found Ezra. They found them and they were super drunk at like some sort of bar or truck stop or something in Hawaii.
Yeah.
I don't know if they found the kid. I don't think they want to release any more information.
Probably
basically,
the privacy of the kid.
They're trying to keep everything now a lot more tight knit.
Right.
But the whole video they released to the public, the whole video of them getting arrested. It is so funny. Like I shouldn't be laughing. It's mental illness. Like it's
a big drama.
It's chaos. The video is the police are basically just like handcuffing them. And Ezra is just like, this is against my rights. You can't touch me. You're raping me, kind of thing. And it's just like, what?
Yeah.
What? It's crazy. Like, it's not, like, you can tell Ezra's not in their right mind.
Yeah.
Something has gone wrong, whether it be abusing of substances or something mentally. Something's gone off the rails.
Yeah,
and
totally.
is not going okay.
Ruining.
Yeah, and
a lot
so
of things.
the video is crazy. I found it extremely interesting because the whole time Ezra's saying this is like against my rights as a queer person. You cannot arrest me. I'm like queer. I'm transgender, non-binary. You're not allowed to touch me. Like,
yeah,
and stuff like that. And
you did really bad things.
yeah, and that's why they're like, you have keep screaming like this is under something. What's that? Like, you have no evidence. You have no evidence. Blah blah blah. I'm like.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have no evidence.
Yeah. Like, oh man.
Yeah. It's.
Yeah.
They started at one point. They misgendered Ezra, and they call him Sir, kind of vibe, and Ezra pops off and starts screaming and going crazy, and and basically saying that they're gonna like sue the police and for a hate crime and blah blah blah, and the police are just sitting there kind of like, sorry, please just be quiet, sit in the car. You might be raping kids. We don't know. Like, what? Like, we don't know what's, like, you've been grooming kids.
Yeah.
And, like, you have, like, there's rumors that Ezra's involved in some cult stuff, too. So, like, they're like,
we have large problems.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems here.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, man. That's
but
crazy.
The Flash movie's coming out. Ezra filmed it last summer before all this craziness happened. And it's supposed to come out later this year.
Oh, no.
So, Warner Brothers and DC have said that they've eliminated all contracts with Ezra. Like, they're not allowed on any of their sets. They're not allowed in any more of their movies. It's all ended. But this movie's filmed and done and in the can. Yeah. So they plan to release it.
Oh, man.
Which is crazy to me.
That's awkward.
Yeah, this movie's going to come out.
Yeah.
I am just, like, I hope Ezra's not making money off of it. Or, like, or getting paid for the time they did. But, like, like, how is, like, what do you do in that scenario?
I don't know. 'Cause
this is crazy.
Their career's probably, like, more or less over.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know.
It's just such a weird circumstance. I've never seen this in Hollywood. Like, maybe there's something, like, in the past of another celebrity going this off the rail.
Where the movie's, like, literally about to come out, kind of vibe, that same time situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
that's crazy.
Maybe there was a singer or something in the past that this has happened to, but I've never seen this sort of crazy PR thing for a movie or celebrity. It's been kept pretty under wraps, though. I don't think it's, like, still very, like, public knowledge of what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't heard anything about this, so I don't know.
It's interesting.
If that's any indication.
Like, I feel bad for everyone involved.
Yeah, totally.
And I hope Ezra gets help.
Yeah.
But also, I hope that they stay in some sort of prison.
Yeah, like away from hurting others or grooming or whatever. Yeah.
Away from people.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, that's my report item on Ezra Miller.
That's a report.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a yeah moment.
That's a yeah moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, that's a downer.
Yeah, it's a bit of a downer.
I was not expecting it to be that big of a downer.
Well, speaking of downers.
Yeah, okay, speaking of downers.
Oh, no, we forgot to put the spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah, okay, spoiler alert. We are talking Stranger Things Season 4, Part 2, the finale. And all of, like, Season 4 kind of vibes.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
All of Season 4, and then especially, like, spoilers. So how many of y'all in chat have seen this finale?
Okay, I put it because it'll show up on the screen in a second. Yeah.
Whoa.
Spoiler alert.
Ooh,
Just for my chat. Okay.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Spoilers time.
Hannah's biggest fan is going to exit the chat.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
She hasn't seen it yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, okay, so me and Oscar Michael, we watched it last night. So we're pretty fresh.
Yeah, I'm like birthed out of the womb with this
maybe
one.
I want spoilers, she said. Me, yeah, my sister's seen it. Hope.
Yes.
Seen it.
Ready for some spoilers?
Yeah.
Maybe Hannah's biggest fan.
Hannah's biggest fan.
Sometimes spoilers are fun, right?
I like, she's probably gonna see it anyway though, cause like TikTok and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
She already knows like some aspects of the season, like the Vecna and the stuff.
Wait, have you seen anything from the season at all?
No.
Oh.
She also knows Chrissy, wake up.
Chrissy, wake up.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
That's like the best thing ever, isn't it?
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. Stranger Things season 4.
Oh my gosh. I think my most well-formed thought and comment about season 4 is like it was longer. It was double the length of the other seasons.
Yes.
And it felt like that.
Yes.
It felt like there was a lot going on. It felt like a little just confusing, kind of like heavy at parts, like almost, a little clunky at parts. And I think that was like a bit of a struggle with it. Like it just felt long. And even the finale, we watched 4 hours yesterday to watch the finale episodes, and it just felt like long. Like I felt there was like at least an hour where I literally had my hand on my chest. I'm like, my heart's beating so fast for an hour. Like it was just like long and like I guess grueling in that way,
Yeah.
And coming from, with Hannah's biggest fan, I just watched the first and second seasons, and they're so snappy, and I think in that way they're really, really well organized, like just very tightly well done, like everything's just like do and like very just well, like the story is well laid out,
Yeah.
And I think that was like something that I felt was a bit tricky with this season, is it felt a little more chaotic and a little more messy and like grueling and whatever. So not bad or that I hated any of it. It's just I definitely think that the length was something like maybe they were struggling with and like struggling to fit everything all in and like whatever. But yeah, what did everyone in chat think? I'm also curious.
Yeah, I'd love to hear chat thoughts.
Say your opinions.
Please say their names.
Say their names.
Yes. I don't know.
Eddie. Yeah.
I liked part 1 of this season.
Yeah.
Again, I think it struggled because it was long.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the directors or the Duffer Brothers, whatever producers, writers, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie died.
Yeah.
They've said that they want it to be super cinematic and super epic.
Yeah, it was definitely a different vibe. Yeah, for sure. So
they wanted it to be longer.
Some might like that.
Yeah.
Aspect of it. Yeah.
And I think in some areas that helped it, but in a lot of areas I think it was actually just really horrible for the show. It made things feel so long at times.
Yeah.
And other things feel so useless at times, and it made like 11 was in the same place dealing with the same issue in episode 4 as she was in episode 8. Right. And like that is painful.
Things were just slow. Hop is jacked.
How do you do that?
Yeah, that was a
surprise.
180 surprise, yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, Hopper's like always just such a hero. Like even when they make him out to be like I've kind of found like even when they make him out to be like the dorky like dad who like doesn't know how to parent and gets in fights with his daughter, like that kind of thing, I feel like they still make him such a hero where I'm like he always does the right thing. He always puts himself in harm's way and is like brave and like, Yeah.
Yeah. He's a fun character. I just wish he left Russia.
Yeah, that's
Only
something you
the
talked
last
about
like
a lot.
10-20 minutes of the show was he not in Russia.
Yeah.
Like what were they doing?
I know, it was just, I miss him in Hawkins.
Exactly,
I miss
but,
having
like,
him in Hawkins.
Also, what story arc did he go on? None.
Yeah.
Like, where did they take his character on that journey? Like, what sort of self-realizations did he need to make? Even when they were doing the flashback episode of him, like, reflecting on his daughter, and, like, us getting the reveal more about, like, his daughter and the cancer and that he thinks he caused it and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It never felt resolved. It never felt like it tied into anything practically going on in his situation.
Yeah.
So it was, like, a really interesting thing to hear about his character and why he's so attached to 11.
Yeah.
But it went, okay, now go find 11. That's what brings this full circle.
Mm-hmm.
But then we had to wait another, like, 6 episodes for that. Yeah. And another, what would be 9 hours for that.
Mm-hmm.
And like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I just, like, it feels unfinished.
Yeah.
Which it's like, okay, it's not bad, but it feels unfinished. And it's like, oh, we have to wait, like, at least a year for season 5 until that feels, like, wrapped up a little bit for his character. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, what do people in chat say?
The group in the pizza van were mad useless all season. Yeah. If you go back... Yeah. What was it? Episode 3 is when they get in that van. They don't do a single thing. Nothing changes.
Yeah.
Till they find 11.
Till they pick up 11. Yeah.
Nothing in their situation. None of their characters evolve. No one does anything or says anything important. Yeah. So that's like
which is kind of
5 episodes.
Because Will and Mike are like such big characters in the season. Like I wish they had more of a
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy Jason died too. When he got
Jason. Oh, when he got split. That was so gross. Yeah. I know, but like it was interesting, like seeing him die, but then like his influence lived on because the news was reporting on this rumor he started about the Hellfire Club. Yeah. And like whatever, and people were believing that Eddie was the murderer, like cultist. Like I was like, wow, like it'll be interesting what they do with that in future seasons, cause man. But I know, Oh, she said, I think they just shouldn't have had those stupid jock basketball guys. They were cringe and giving Riverdale vibes. Yeah. Yeah.
It was another plot thread that felt like it went nowhere.
Yeah, it was like, I didn't necessarily want it. Like, I want to see more of, like, the main characters, you know? Yeah. I wanted to, like, see more of that, but...
Like, how did that motivate any characters except for, like, it was kind of giving storyline to Lucas, but then Lucas wasn't focused on for the last 3 episodes. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. I was just like, I think like I love this show. I love these characters. Like, and I like it when they are able to, because what I feel like the first 3 seasons did so well was it took every character on an emotional journey, and each character sort of echoed each other a little bit within their journeys. Yeah. They always had another character sort of play off. And when they separated, usually there was one character going through something in one and another character going on another one that kind of echoed each other. And then when they got together, they could solve those things or it came to an interesting conclusion. Yeah. This one, it felt like no one's character arcs was ever happening. It felt like everyone just kind of walked around. Yeah. For hours.
I know.
And
it just felt like a little messy.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah.
I'm surprised how long. How did they make this so long and have nothing happen? Yeah. Yeah.
And yet it was very, like, intense and scary.
Yeah.
And there was, like, a lot of action. But, yeah, just, like, that heaviness of, like, wow, this was so long.
So long. Yeah. I hope people realize Eddie is a hero and not a murderer Satanist.
I know. I really liked the scene with Dustin and his dad, though. That was really good.
That was cute.
I just thought that was, like, it was just, it was moving. It was very moving. Yeah.
Very slay.
Yeah. Great scene with Dustin when that was just...
I'm also a little confused, though, about Eddie's death still.
See, Eddie is a character that did have an arc because that was the end of his character then, you know? But he had, like, that arc of, like, where he's saying, I was brave, like, I feel like I completed, you know? And then comparing that with the whole graduation thing, that was so, like, it was beautiful. Like, just the, like... Yeah, I'm gonna graduate, and I did the brave thing. It makes me so sad
that Barry's saying that this is just set up for season 5, and I'm like, that makes me so sad. When this season has to get sacrificed. Yeah, it almost feels like it's like we're gonna throw you a bad season. Yes. To like so that the next season's better. Yeah. And that just always feels so sad to me.
Yeah, I think Mary, I think I also kind of felt that where I was like, oh, I wish they killed the bad guy in the end. Like, I just really wish that we had that kind of closure, and it's like, yeah, clearly we don't. We just have to wait, and it's like after waiting so long for this season, just like a letdown, you know? It's just like, I wish.
I mean, there's
spoilers. You were born.
Like the Billy.
Oh no, Zetsu.
Yeah, Zetsu.
Spoiler alert.
There's gonna be some spoilers, but there's like the Bye Billy episode is probably one of my favorite episodes of Stranger Things ever.
Was that episode 4?
Yeah.
Yes, Dear Billy.
Dear Billy.
Yes.
That's it.
I think that was the highlight
of the whole.
Like I was like, they peaked at that episode. I was like,
everything.
Wow.
Episode 1 through 4 was so good. Probably my favorite season of Stranger Things could be episode 1 through 4 of this season.
Yeah.
Everything after episode 4 just declined in quality for me.
Yeah, I remember actually when we watched episode 4, I just felt like it was so good that we watched episode 5 after.
Yeah.
But I was like, I almost wanted to just stop there, and have a moment of just episode 4, and letting it sink in or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the best episode. Yeah. And I think the internet, everybody's in agreement with that. Like the whole internet is obsessed over it. We create memes now about the Vecna and the flying in the air and all, but it's just good. It was an impactful episode. I mean, I bawled my eyes out, as some people know. As some people were witness to.
I didn't cry. Yeah.
And Babor said I cried so much the last episode. Yeah. It was I feel like I'm still emotional from it. I'm still just heavy. Max, no, and Lucas was so sad, Max. And Eddie and Dustin.
I'm mad about sad. Max too. I'm why did they choose her? Why Max? Because Max was the only character that had an arc this season, and it was her processing her grief.
Yes,
and then
and it was
coming
such
to this,
impactful.
And coming to at in the last episode, being no, I've conquered this, and I can conquer Vecna now, and then they just went, no, but you're not actually going to, because you're going to rise up, and they went, no, you didn't enough, I guess.
Yeah.
And I went, you just ruined the only character you gave a story arc to, you ruined her arc.
Yeah.
And then you say, oh, she's not really dead though. I mean, this is just really bad writing. Really bad writing.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, and I think for me, while we were watching it, I in fact said, I was like, I think Max can take Vecna herself.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, that was what I wanted to happen with the story.
Me too.
Because that's, to me, I feel like that's what, I mean, I told you this too, but, like, I think that's what season 4 was leading up to, is, like, the power of your own mind. Like, the power of Max to control Max's mind. You know? And I was like, that would be such a cool way for the story to end.
Way better.
Where, like, Max could defeat Vecna herself. Mm-hmm. And everybody, if they train themselves like Max did, could defeat Vecna. And I'm like, how powerful would that be? But I think what they did go is the darker route of, like, dark horror. Mm-hmm. And, like, I think horror is the right word. Like, dark horror where, like, the world is really dark, and so it didn't work out. Max couldn't defeat Vecna, nor could 11 quite defeat Vecna, and it's, like, very hopeless, and, like, it's just a very, we heard before that the season was going to be more dark. I think I just, like, I don't know, it's just, like, I didn't prefer it, but, like, maybe after season 5 it'll all make sense, but, like, it was just, like, sad, it was heavy,
I really hope, like, I think I just had so many, like, it felt like there's so many weird, like, problems near the end of it, where I went, why didn't they kill off a couple more characters? I was really hoping, because the cast is so big now.
Right,
and I think it would have, like, set up for something bigger.
They just need more time.
Yeah, where, like, they like, half killed Max, but they didn't even touch Will. Like, man.
Yeah. What are people in chat saying?
He's my favorite character, too, at best. Nancy made the wrong choice. No chemistry with Jonathan the Stoner. See, I wish... That's also, again, Steve and Nancy had this whole flirting thing all season that was so cringy and weird because she was seeing another guy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, at the end of the show, Steve isn't even in the last hour, basically, of the episode.
Yeah.
And instead, Nancy's like, we'll just figure it out.
Yeah,
it was like, that's so unsatisfying.
Again, very unfinished vibes. Yeah. I'm like, it's not the ending of a season.
This feels horrible.
Like, and again, I mean, I know the directors said that before the season. They said 4 and 5 are kind of go together and it's beginning of the end, whatever. But I didn't think it would be so unfinished.
It felt bad.
Yeah. I know. I think, but the frustrating thing about the whole, like, this season and her having chemistry with Steve and, like, feeling like we didn't have it with Jonathan is, like, the whole thing with season, like, 1 and 2 and 3 was that she liked Jonathan more than Steve. Like,
Mm-hmm.
she, like, fell away from Steve because she had more chemistry with Jonathan. So it's, like, kind of frustrating to, like, see that reverse. It just, like, feels inconsistent. But it's also
weird.
just annoying, like, the bit of a cheaty vibe. I'm just like,
creepy.
make up your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I love Steve, and I love his narratives that are outside of his relationship with Nancy, too. Like, I just love the, like, arc with his journey with Dustin and, like, friendship and whatever, so.
Yeah, he went from being a little bit of, like, a sleazy bully in season 1 to, like...
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the more...
Huge.
Yeah, to, like, this huge transformation. Season 3 started giving him that major hero's journey with, like, Robin to parallel it, to, like, teach him a lesson of, like, you can't be the flirt always, you have to learn, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then why did we go to Russia for so long?
Yeah, Russia was
It was the worst thing ever.
And scary. Yeah.
I wanted to fast forward every scene in Russia because you could literally watch the first episode and all the scenes in Russia and the last episode all the scenes in Russia and you'd get what happened.
Yeah, that's
You'd be
true.
like, she broke the doll. In the first, it wasn't only within the first episode she broke the doll, figured out he was there and contacted Murray and then was like, Murray, we gotta go.
Then they're like starting.
And then it wasn't until the last episode. And then why in the last... I'm so tired.
Yeah, I'm just sad.
I'm just so tired.
Yeah.
I just love this show and I want it to do better.
Yeah.
I also feel I feel this show made me moody because I think all the TV shows and movies coming out lately are all so mediocre. And so I was like, at least Stranger Things will be good. It's really solid and reliable. And then it wasn't.
Yeah, I get that.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
Because Obi-Wan Kenobi sucked too. Doctor Strange was pretty mediocre.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's so mediocre nowadays.
Yeah. I still think Stranger Things is in, like, the good tier.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad. It was a messy season.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It was not garbage. It was just like, if you took the first 4 episodes and just left them, honestly, some of my favorite TV. Yeah. And then the last 4 episodes, probably some of my least favorite of this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mari said, I did sob. I can't stop thinking about it. I'm an Eddie stan. Yeah. You know, it was sad. I can't stop thinking about it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still love this show. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm bought in. I'm watching season 5. 100%.
I know. I'm like it's still my favorite show. I'm in it for the long haul.
Yeah. I'm committed now. You got me good. Like
you got me good. Yeah.
Like exactly. I want to know, is Will actually ever going to confess his love? Yeah. I need to know, is he going to find the heart? Don't worry, Mike, you're the heart. Oh
I liked that part though. Okay, you might not have liked it. I liked it. I was like, that's so true. Mike is the heart. And I was thinking about like all the other seasons. I was like, you're right. Like Mike like inspires the troop, and I was like, oh, they're so cute when they're kids. Yeah, I liked it. But again, unfinished. I think a little bit. I feel like there's like more to be said there as well. Yeah. The Russia was just long.
It was so long.
Also, it kind of emphasized like Hopper. And, like, I feel like we didn't get as much, like, Joyce, which...
Joyce is
one
of the best characters. We got a lot of
Joyce in, like, the first few seasons, but she's, like, so good. She's the best. Like, I think we all love her, and it's just...
Her character was just, like, this season, like, this sort of dummy just blubbering her away, being like, where's Hopper? Where's Hopper? Yeah. And it was like, okay, her entire character now is surrounding finding a man.
Yeah.
Great. Love that for her.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like she was more of a pawn that way. Like, she was just like, I have to go find, like, I don't know. It just, like, wasn't as, like, much of an emphasis on her. But, yeah. I will say, I do think all the things that did get a bunch of hype from this season were kind of, like, the things that I feel like the directors intended. If I could say it like that. Like, I feel like the directors, they wanted Eddie to be this inserted, new, beloved character, and that... scene at the end, well, the scene, like, the way he dies is, like, very beautiful and whatever, but the scene at the end where he's playing the electric guitar, whatever, like, beautiful, sad.
Oh, yeah.
But, like,
you're like, oh my gosh, the way those, like,
melting.
bites went in.
No! I'm gonna cry. No. But, like, people, like, obsessed with him, just like I think the writers were obsessed when they wrote him, you know? Same with, like, the running up that hill. Like, I thought the fact that it was in the last episode again showed me that the directors really thought it was special and wanted that to like be like it was an important part of the season for them, and it was for us too. So I feel like that's like a parallel where I was like, oh yeah, like those things really did succeed, and we all loved it as much as like the show wanted us to love it. And like even Vecna, I feel like got as much hype as they wanted him to as well. Like he was
definitely,
people are pretty hyped about him and pretty can't stop talking about him, like that kind of thing.
I definitely think like this show gives me, even when I'm like thinking it's not very like well done kind of thing, it gives me that icon vibes.
Yes.
Where I'm like that I got when I watched like the first Star Wars movies, or like when I watched Lord of the Rings. That
so
like
true.
The iconography is so huge.
Yeah.
They know how to like create sort of a caricature of themselves that people are find very digestible and can make very marketable and palatable for like pop culture.
Yeah, and will be obsessed
like,
with.
It gives me this season gave me very similar vibes to like the second and third Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Okay.
And like their stance on like and their impact on like culture, where the movies were a lot worse than the first one, but they had so many iconic characters and iconic moments and like and huge funny moments, and like people fell in love with characters during that, and they had iconic CGI and different things like that. It gives me a lot of those vibes, which is kind of cool in that I don't think a lot of shows can do that nowadays.
Yeah, no, I mean, the impact, like, it broke records on Netflix. I don't know if you saw that, but it broke records for the most streams in a weekend or whatever, which was 7 billion watch minutes. And I did a little math on that, and I think that means 29 million TVs watched it in the first weekend.
That's
29
wild.
million TVs.
That's wild.
Yeah. And, or, like, watched the like, those episodes or whatever. And that means more people. Yeah, I miss Barb too.
Yeah.
I also, I wish she got a better ending.
I wish they did anything with her.
Like, I wish we like found her somehow in the Upside Down or like something.
In the Oscars, at the Oscars, or maybe it was the Emmys, the year when Stranger Things the first season came out. I hadn't watched Stranger Things yet. When the Emmys was happening, and during the intro performance, they had the actress who does Barb have like a bunch of versions of herself. We're doing the dance from La La Land on like top of a bunch of cars and stuff. And so I thought, when I thought of Stranger Things, I was like, oh my gosh, the big plot twist at the end is Barb's gonna come back and there's hundreds of her.
Yeah.
Is what I thought. And then she just never came back, so I was so sad.
Yeah, totally.
I miss Bob. Bob was also a legend. Yeah. Joyce
Bob
moved on though.
hero.
She found Mustache Man.
Joyce is just, she's a pretty woman, and she like she loves dating, I think, and she just vibes. And I was like, yeah, you get it, girl.
Yeah.
You date.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I think I actually liked how they showed her like little flashback about Bob in the last episode.
That's good.
Because I was like, yeah, like that. I feel like it was very realistic. Like it would have affected if that was a real life scenario. Yeah. I miss Bob so much. And I think actually like my brother went to like a Comic-Con type thing where the actor for Bob spoke.
What's his name? Sean something?
Sean, yeah, the Samwise actor.
Yeah.
And he was like saying like he was answering a question, I think, about would you come back to the show? Are you going to have like closure or whatever? And he's like, my character had closure because it was like this death scene where he died a hero and was like being a legend in that moment, like so good, like whatever. And but he was like, Barb, he actually mentioned Barb. He's like, but Barb like didn't, like we just kind of lost her, and like we lost her really fast, and like we know she was a really big part of Nancy's life, but we lost her so fast, and like that's it, and it wasn't like the nice closure of like a hero's death and whatever. So I thought that was like an interesting point coming from an actor inside the show.
Barb is actually Vecna. Plot twist of the century. One has been actually possessed by Barb. Barb's got her hand and her brain like inside Vecna's.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What did you think about that? How Vecna was the other monsters in the other seasons?
I didn't like that.
Yeah. No?
I thought like, because what they said was like, so one or Henry found the Upside Down, which had the Demogorgons and the Mind Flayer thing in it, and he then took control of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, this makes it feel a lot less scary. Suddenly.
Oh, really?
The past seasons feel a lot more lame to me.
Yeah.
That this giant Mind Flayer being, a being that they can't understand, that is from another universe that they don't understand the motives of. now has clear motives, and they were just poo-poo the world.
Stupid human guy.
Poo-poo everything.
Yeah.
You're like, I like spiders. Let's make him into a big spider. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Right.
Lame.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're like, yeah.
No,
Wait,
I agree.
Did you like it?
No, I didn't like it either. Because, I mean, but from my perspective, I think the reason I didn't like it was because I really like monsters over villains. I think I prefer that. And I think I like the kind of mystery of monsters. Because, it's like the shadow monster. Even when he's talking through Will, even when you know all these, like,
turns out that then was
actions
Vecna.
he's doing. Yeah, you know it's Vecna.
And I'm like, that's so lame now. I'm like,
exactly, because it's like Vecna, we know his face. He's just been a human that's spoken
struck
English to us
by
and like
6
whatever.
Times,
But like the shadow monster, it's like you're right. It's like this uncontainable interdimensional beast that has this weird like idea, and like I just think it's scary. Yeah. And like the Demogorgons, like they're scary because they're just monsters. Like, and I think like I've like in English, we studied like kind of like the idea of the monster too. Mm-hmm. And part of the idea of it is like something's a monster when some part of it's obscured. And like that's very literal in the Demogorgon with the facelessness, right? It's like they don't have a face and like they're kind of obscured in that way. And I like the kind of scariness of that, And like, of course, villain horror is just a different aspect of horror. I think monsters are just a little more like my style, and I think lots of people really like villains, but it's not as much me. Like,
it made me more confused.
Also, I just hate Vecna.
Hate him?
I hate him. And I'm just like, I've never hated someone so much.
Wait, is it because you went after Max?
Yeah. Well, it's not just because of that. It's because he's maybe the villain the whole show. No, I just like hate him, and like I think. Like, with the shadow monster, you're just scared of him. You don't hate him. With Vecna, I'm like, you're such a stupid person, you know?
Why do you do what you do?
Yeah. You just feel, like it's this annoying classmate vibe versus the shadow monster. Like, I'm terrified of you. Like, you embody all the fears of, like, an unknown, ever-expanding universe we know nothing about. And, like, just those kind of scary thing. To me, it's more scary, and like 100%. To me, Vecna's just like frustrating. But like I know
Vecna's like a noseless dad bod weirdo, and then but then there's weird. But now, but
I don't know. I kind of feel like horror buffs probably are more into villains generally than I am. So I feel like my opinion might be more like on the fringe of that. Yeah. But like I'm not a horror buff by any means. This is kind of my horror show that I watch. Like so
I'm more confused now about how Will got into the Upside Down in season 1. After all these explained things, where I'm like, and also like how, because there was no portal in their house. He just like was in there,
right?
And then he wasn't. Was he taken by a Demogorgon? Because they can walk through the realities.
I think it was like because they were in that forest, and the end of season 1, there's like, when the Demogorgon smells blood or whatever, it comes through it. Finds its portal, like will come through a tree or whatever, and so he must have like I think got lost that way is like what they would say. So not necessarily even like grabbed by a Demogorgon, just like maybe got lost or something. But I don't know. Like maybe they'll clarify that for us.
Because like it seemed like it felt like before the world had not a lot of rules to it, or the rules were just so mysterious. Like we can't comprehend them.
Yeah.
Because
we're working on it.
Exactly. We don't understand what it means to be dimension on dimension on dimension with parallel universe type of things.
Yeah.
But now it's like, no, we are starting to get the rules, and basically some random weirdo dude is making them. And I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
I just don't want a human to be in the Upside Down. I like love the monster mystique of the Upside Down, but that's just me.
Yeah, I do like Vecna as a villain. I just wish he wasn't now taking credit for the past villains, because I liked them. I like them less now because
imagine if the past villains came and like ate Vecna up or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't that be so cool? Like and scary.
Yeah, because they seem more powerful than Vecna.
Yeah.
Vecna seems weaker than the Mind Flayer, because the Mind Flayer is something that is just like unstoppable. It kind of seems like.
Yeah.
Except for when you disconnect it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see where they take it.
Yeah, I'm also more confused on why 11 and him have powers, why do any of them have powers? Because I thought that they were getting their powers from the Upside Down, but no, they created the Upside Down kind of thing. That
Yeah.
it's just getting more confusing, and I feel like they're trying to add more rules, but then they're now making more plot holes instead, or things are just not seeming very easy to understand.
Yeah. I actually do think it's interesting that we won't have Papa in season 5.
I love that. He was so boring.
He was annoying,
Yeah.
but like he was shaping a lot of like every time it was like we don't know like about Eleven's powers, we don't know about the Upside Down. Like he would kind of step in and be guiding like and or reveal part of the past and like whatever. So I'm like it will be interesting to just be like without him and like well I mean maybe the Dr. Owens will be back.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Probably.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that's interesting. But it was time. I think it was time for 11 to say her goodbyes to this traumatizer of her life. Yeah.
Right.
I feel like we debriefed.
Rate it for rate a 5. Wait, how many stars out of stars?
How many stars? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Out of 5 stars. You can do them separately, part 1 and part 2 as well, if that helps.
I'm just gonna say 4.
I'd say part 1 was probably a 4-star. Part 2 was maybe a 1.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about this season.
Yeah, I get that. Oh, I just love the characters so much. They're just like so beloved.
But now we can talk about
it's
more
time.
things.
It's time to pivot a little bit.
Pivot.
Talk about the show in a little more, I guess, general terms of just like analyzing the show. So for the O Talk today, which is our talk that we do kind of diving into a topic a little more specifically and kind of pulling out some maybe background information, that kind of thing. No, part 2 is 5. Yeah, you liked it?
I'm glad you liked it.
That much, Hope? Yeah, I mean, 5 for my emotions for sure. Maybe 6 for my emotions. like I told you, like my heart was. I just feel, I'm still overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So anyway, our O Talk is we kind of dive deeper into a certain topic, and so for today's topic, I wanted to dive into why is Stranger Things set in the 1980s, and I guess like to.
Do you know why?
I do know why.
Did you end up Googling it?
I found out why. Oh, actually, no, I didn't.
You didn't just Google that?
Actually, what I didn't do is I kind of included my own perspectives rather than I didn't, I was like, I could just probably Google some interviews from the show's creators and see what they, had to say. They probably answer this question. But I kind of answered it from a more theoretical place and, used my own, logic, I guess, of, why I think it worked to set it in the 80s, basically. Why I think it was, really successful they did that, and why it was, compelling. Too. Oh, great. So I think you can go to the next slide.
Next slide.
Yeah. Oh, and also...
Technology.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, we almost forgot to ask. So we said last episode that we were going to maybe have a guest star.
Oh, yeah, that didn't happen.
And it didn't happen. Kind of. I think we won't go into the reasons, but instead what we did
They were unwilling and unable.
We kind of decided to interview a lot of people who lived through the 80s and see what they had to say about it and kind of get their perspective, because that's something we wanted, because we are commentating from as people who weren't living at the time and only learning about the memory and stuff. So we asked a lot of questions. So I guess interspersed through this, we will kind of bring up things that they said and mentioned about the different kind of topics we're going to go over here. So yeah.
Technology.
So I think this is one of kind of my reasons for why maybe set it in the 80s, and it's because of differences in technology. And so basically things were a lot different in the 80s. We had no cell phones. I wrote landlines and walkie-talkies, because that happens in the show a lot, right? They either have to use a landline,
oh my gosh,
or
they're not picking up, or the line's busy.
Yeah, the line's busy.
So funny,
you can't see missed call, whatever. It was just very simple. And
you have to have a separate answering machine to save your messages.
Oh yeah, answering machine.
So funny.
Yeah. Some of the things I can look up what my parents talked about. My dad mentioned video rental stores were so huge. You'd go all the time, sometimes daily. People would always be renting a VHS video, and I think my mom mentioned how was it my mom? Yeah, my mom mentioned VCRs too, and said there was the kind of slogan with VCRs was "Be kind, rewind," because you had to rewind the video at the end to start the movie again, right? And so when you rented a movie, you would have to be kind, rewind, so the next person didn't have to rewind once they like put the movie in. I don't know.
I remember having to do that as a kid.
Yeah, I remember that too. Like pretty vaguely though. I was like pretty young, I would say, when we had a VCR still, you know. But
I loved the VCR.
Yeah.
It was like my best friend.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, and
that sounds sad.
Best friend, yeah, that's a
yeah,
very nice thing to say about your VCR. Also, some of my people that I interviewed talked about like telephones, how like you had several phones in the house usually, but there was all the same line, so somebody could pick it up and listen. You know, and
that
I remember that too
scary.
from being a kid. Yeah, but I'm like, that's crazy. Like, just especially because like a lot of shows you see from the 80s and stuff, it's like the teenager who wants privacy, and I'm like, yeah, like it's totally different. Like you actually couldn't ensure that, and like whatever. So cute.
So cute.
I find it cute. Also, have you heard of this? Party lines. A couple of my people I interviewed talked about party lines.
No.
And that's where I think my mom had this growing up, and a couple people, a couple neighbors would all be sharing a phone line. So it's not just in your house, it's like the whole line is shared by like a few neighbors. So if your neighbor's on the phone, you can't even talk.
I do know what this. I didn't know it was called that. They were like, oh yeah, we have to wait for the neighbors to get off. I'm like,
I know.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
Horrible.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to text them now.
I know, right? It's very different. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was really interesting too.
Interesting.
And then of course, there's the gaming scene we could mention, and I guess we'll talk about that a little later in the episode when we play games as well. But yeah, the gaming scene was like the arcade was like a huge place, and you see that in Stranger Things.
People loved it.
Like it was just like the height of after school we're gonna go to the arcade. Like yeah, my dad mentioned like he spent a lot of time there, and like
I can't find my notes.
Oh, your notes from your parents?
Yeah.
Your interviews?
Wait, let me see. I want to find what my parents did too.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh, in the Y set slide?
There we go.
Yeah.
No, put it over here.
Nice.
How do I full screen this though? Is there a way to do that?
No, I think it is. You mean that one?
Yes, there we go.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then I was trying to find something my parents said that I don't want to derail.
Yeah, I mean, I was just talking about like the arcade being like a huge scene, and like but like personal video games were starting to come out, like the first Nintendo and like stuff like that. So a very exciting time for games, honestly. And kind of like I feel like something that's interesting is you could kind of think back from our time and be like, wow, like there was so much they didn't have in the 80s, like especially with cell phones and like social media and stuff. But when you actually kind of look at it from maybe a different perspective, you can be like, there's so much that they had in the 80s that was new and exciting. Like they had like these game consoles that were like for the first time and like really exciting for people and that sort of thing. So I think that's also interesting is like in the 80s, I think you would have said it was such a technical time. Like, with Walkmans as well. Like
technology was booming.
It was booming. It was booming and so exciting. And like, I can totally just like see and just imagine how exciting that stuff would have been, you know? And yeah. So I think it's funny too that our default setting now is to look back and be like, yeah, like we didn't have cell phones and like crazy, you had to wait for someone to get offline. But like at the moment, I think it was like very cutting edge. Even arcades were like very cutting edge and like super fun, right? Like people like they would have looked back with where their parents growing up in the 50s and been like, poor you didn't have any of that. Like you had like the movies, you know?
Yeah.
And like you didn't have a VCR. Like yeah. So I just think like that's kind of interesting perspective too. I guess my picture here, I have a Polaroid.
That's fun.
Which is fun. Yeah, very big in the 80s. I mean, it's one of the pictures that came up when I look up 80s technology. It was like one of the first pictures. So I was like, oh, I should probably put that on there.
My mom said she had a typewriter. And
Right. Yeah.
Because typewriters were still a thing, and she said
Yeah,
that even
'cause
her
computers.
even her first computer, you couldn't always like. I think she said she couldn't go backwards to edit things
Oh wow.
on some
So
of it,
it's
like the
almost
program.
like a
It was
typewriter.
it was basically a typewriter, but it
Yeah.
was a computer. You just typed it into
Oh
it,
yeah.
and I'm like, that's horrible.
Yeah.
That sounds bad.
Oh, that's a huge thing too. Like that my parents would always tell me about is how like when they were in university, they had to write out all their essays by hand, or sometimes get like a typewriter to hire, like a typewriter to write it out for them, someone who's like skilled at the typewriter. And I'm like, wow, that is so crazy compared to like us.
Now, if you could you imagine submitting a handwritten thing to a teacher nowadays?
Yeah, I know. I
They'd
mean,
throw
I
it
did
back
that
at
like in grade, like when I was 10 or something. Yeah.
They'd give it back to you.
Yeah,
They'd be
totally. They'd be like,
no,
I don't
I'm
wanna
not
read
marking
this.
your chicken scratch kind of thing.
Totally. Yeah, I know. It's so interesting. Yeah, and then with that too, like there wasn't Google, like for us, like for me in university, like I'm researching everything online. But like for my parents, they would like had to go to the library at the university and pick out books and look in the catalogs and like stuff like that. And you see that in Stranger Things too, where
they're always going to the library to find the old things.
And yeah, and I find that actually So I guess my argument like with the technology is that I think there are like ways that it's pretty hindered, like compared to like now. That makes it interesting kind of for an adventure horror show, right? Where they're trying to figure out a puzzle, save the world.
It's very easy for them to get isolated.
Yeah, the isolation for sure is one.
Nowadays,
with, like, without cell phones and stuff. And then I think the Google is especially like relevant in the first seasons where they're still figuring out how the upside down works. And so they're like Googling, like they have to, well, they're not Googling. I mean, they have to like ask their science teacher, like, what's a sensory deprivation tank? Because we need one for 11 and like stuff like that. They have to ask their science teacher, like, well, what would it mean to be in another dimension? Like, how would that work? And like the science teacher explains it. Or like, yeah, they have to look up things at the library and like they can't just Google like, who is this person? They have to like search through library archives and like whatever.
Could you imagine reading like asking your teacher, what's it like to do this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I think the teacher would look at you and be like, Google, go away.
Right,
nowadays.
Exactly.
Wow, teachers have it no.
Yeah. I mean, they probably wish, honestly, that they'd get asked more. Like
Some probably do.
A lot of my professors, like, wished that students would come to them more often with stuff. Like, it was kind of like
That's a good
students
point.
kind of live by themselves or whatever. But,
they feel very independent.
Yeah, so, like, what I think makes the technology actually cool is, like, part of it's nostalgia, where you just get to go, oh, like, cool, like, he's holding a Polaroid camera, and, like, oh, cool, like, the phone, and, like, whatever.
Walkman or 8-track thing.
And I think they do well with that. Like, I remember, like, as I rewatched the first season this month, there's, like, so many scenes where they just, like, pan straight on to the landline on the wall. And it's just, like, this cute little landline that's, like, stuck to the wall. Or, like, when the scene is, like, it's a scary scene, they'll pan to the landline, like, hanging off the wall and, like, kind of, you know, swinging, and it's like clearly they're running away, right? So they use it kind of as iconography, right? As like to kind of like pull you in, like nostalgia for people who are like lived through it, and even for us who didn't, like to like feel kind of closer to like our parents' time and like that kind of thing. Yeah. But like it's also it's fun that way. But I also think like something that's interesting about it is like it doesn't like I think there's hindrances in that it's different, but a lot of things like work the same. Like it's different. They didn't have cell phones, but they did have walkie-talkies. They kind of through a lot of like the seasons they use them kind of in the same way, and they didn't have Google, but they do have their science teacher in the library, so it's in a different way. And kind of like what I came to is I'm like, I think that's like very satisfying for a viewer to watch when you're watching a story unfold, especially like a mystery where you're trying to figure like something out or whatever. I think it's like satisfying to watch something a little more physical happen, where it's like tangible, where you're like, I'm watching them Google something by like literally having a conversation with their teacher and like that kind of thing. And I think it's actually not as unfamiliar as you might think by being like, oh well, they didn't have cell phones. You think, oh, it's so unfamiliar. I'm like, it's not actually that unfamiliar. It's like instead of Googling on their cell phones, they went to the library, but it's like that's what we do. And so I think it kind of shocks you out of like that familiarity. Yeah. And you're able to just be like, oh, like that is what I do. Like I'm researching when I look things up on my phone, you know? It's just like not what it looks like. And I think it's very, very satisfying to watch this kind of like this physical, rhythmic like puzzle being solved on screen. And I think like setting it with exactly that time of technology in the 80s was like kind of perfect for that like element of just watching this puzzle piece really unfold, and it's just like really satisfying. So I thought that was kind of exciting, and like a lot of it just like makes us realize like how important like certain aspects of the technology are, like researching and like communication. Like you see their walkie-talkies and you're like, oh my gosh, like it is really important that they talk to each other on walkie-talkies right now, and if they don't, like, you know, and it kind of makes you like, I don't know, I think at its best it would like make you appreciate your own like cell phone more.
I definitely,
like,
watching it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love my phone.
You're like, I can literally communicate anytime. I don't have to be on the right channel, like you know. So I think it's kind of like it's special for viewers that way, and I think really memorable that way, and like iconic. So did you have anything else you wanted to mention about the icon?
I think all technology? My family said similar thing. Oh, other than like technology, seatbelts. So seatbelts were invented or not invented, but were like became popularized in the 80s, especially late 80s.
Starting to get mandatory.
Yeah, it's when they became in law.
Oh yeah.
Kind of thing, and it was they said that there was like this huge movement for seatbelts of like seatbelts save lives. Was like this huge thing getting plastered on commercials, like billboards everywhere to like promote. I think that's when like something like Michael Jackson did a thing on it even and stuff like that. They were trying to like make it a big thing to promote it because they know the statistics would help. And I like that is so interesting because no one did it. No one cared about seatbelts or anything. And then my mom said that they even had like this touring thing that would go to schools, and they basically, it was like one of those like drop rides but they had you hanging like more down, and so you had to rely on the seatbelt. And she said that some ways it was nice, other ways it wasn't, because some kids got bruised because they got dropped so fast and the seatbelt grabbed them.
Oh my gosh,
but fascinating and weird.
That's really fascinating. That's a cool memory. Wow.
That so things like that are just so normal. Like I feel like cell phones are a little weird because even now they're evolving so much. Where we compare like the walkie-talkie to an iPhone 6 to an iPhone 10 to to like the new Samsung flipping whatever it's gonna be like weird and radical. That one, it's like it hasn't changed since. But was radical then, and it's like this weird sort of like in between of technology.
Yeah, and it got me thinking too that like basically any adventure show, movie, or literally real life scenario, like as long as we've had walkie-talkie or like radio, we've been using it, and like you see that in like I can't remember, like I think they were maybe starting to use it in World War I, but like World War II, there's a lot of radio use, and it like became so huge for like soldiers communicating with each other and whatever. So you can see like whenever we could, we were using these communication technologies, and I think the show just like kind of points that out, you know.
Hello, Frozen Comp. We're talking about 80s right now.
Frozen Comp.
Frozen Comp. Welcome to chat. We're talking 80s and Stranger Things. Have you seen the new season of Stranger Things? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Was that everything?
This is my
next topic.
Next topic.
Next topic.
So I think the 80s were also a good setting to...
I love the Kiss people's makeup. It's really
iconic.
fun. Sorry, I
interrupted.
I got distracted.
No problem. I think the 80s were also a good time to set it because of certain kind of information stuff that was going on then that kind of parallels things that we're dealing with now in society, and I think things that as a society, as individuals, we're like pretty preoccupied about. And so like the Cold War is going on, so you've got this US-Russia huge mega nuclear battle that's like everyone's freaking out. You've got a lot of like paranoia about like communist spies in the States, right? Where you've got
see that a lot.
You've got this hunting program. You've got this like and Stranger Things, every single season I think teases out this like, well, who's a good guy, who's a bad guy vibe that is also paralleled in the society it's set in with the Cold War. And also paralleled, I think, in our society, where we're figuring out what's the right information, who's on the good team, like that kind of stuff. And I think so that's like a good, it's just like a really well-fitting like parallel. And I think, the reason we have like kind of info, like I want to say, I said info hysteria right now is because we're in an even more explosive information age than the 80s were because of Google and like stuff like that. And like there's just so much information, but then it's like it's really easy to stumble upon the wrong information and like info that's bad for you and, you know, makes you like, yeah, join a cult or like whatever, you know, like at the extremes, right? And so I said like, yeah, I think like Stranger Things gives us a place to hash out our own info hysteria that's been around, especially during COVID. I think it's very much around with like the vaccine argument and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But even before COVID, I think because of the growth of information with the Google age and everything, like I think there's been just like that info panic where everyone's just stressed about like, there's so much information out there. How do you know the right thing? How do you know where to get the right info? Like that kind of stuff. And I think it's just like very magnified and like very out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also, were you going to say something?
No, I think Stranger Things does a good job of that, especially this season with the weird Eddie storyline mixed with Jason's storyline of just like them trying to decipher what is the cult, what is Hellfire, blah blah blah. Brings in that like because they've played D&D pretty normally in the other seasons, but like D&D was not well accepted. During that time. It was such a new thing that was so trendy and people were terrified of it, and so them playing in the 80s and having no backlash was a little strange, I think, for the other seasons. Right. That they were never like, they were always the outcast, but it never felt like they were extremely outcasted, which it was, I think, the case for most people in the 80s. Right. But then this season really did put the brakes on and went, we're taking it to the extreme now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, they really did that in this season. And I guess that brings me to my like Satanism panic point, which also kind of it provides kind of a mirror for our own info hysteria with like COVID misinformation and information and whatever. Like it kind of provides a mirror, but it's like they were really going through that kind of stuff about like, well, what if the Hellfire Clubs are, what if it's Satanist, what if it's cults, and like all that kind of like fear. And like, I mean, you were telling me that your parents said it was kind of like the advent of cults, like hearing about cults.
My parents said that they had never heard of cults until like the mid to late 80s. Yeah. And then all of a sudden everyone was talking about cults. Right. It's like now, like, well, you know, every like there's always something that grows big and then everyone talks about it. Yeah, for sure. And that was cults, I guess, in the 80s was this huge thing of everyone suddenly understood what a cult was because the news was glorifying them in a type of way. Mm-hmm. And then everyone was scared of them, and there was the hysteria and the craziness of them. Yeah. And I think the one that started it was that iconic one of the drinking the Kool-Aid, where a bunch of people died because this cult leader was forcing them to drink this toxic Kool-Aid or something. Oh my god. And so that they all were and it went, the news ate that up and thought it was amazing as a story to make money off of. Yeah. And so it's then like every single cult thing they could do, and D&D and Satanism, to like things like Kiss the band had their fan, like it was all just mass amount of like, are you following in something bad? Mm-hmm. Are you blind to your true group's loyalties kind of vibes? Yeah. And so I asked my interviewees questions about kind of the religious scene, because I really wanted to know about, because I had heard stories of just like a lot of, I guess, religious, like intense religious fears of like, well, don't listen to rock music because that's a cult, or like that's Satanism and like that kind of stuff, right? So like lots of fears like that season 4 really teases out, right? Yeah. With the cult stuff and with the, well, we don't, like, we're church going people, we're not gonna associate with the Hellfire Club, they must be the people ruining our town, like kind of vibe. And like I asked them, I should pull up kind of like some of the things they said about like religion, but like basically like they said that like lots of Christians did think rock music was bad, like the beat was bad, it was evil, it was bringing, I like the beat, evil, like it was bringing like evil spirits, and like some people didn't let their kids go to movies, like and like movie theaters were like a new thing too. So it was like, what are you indoctrinating my kid into, that they're gonna have to go pay to see this movie in this type of way, and blah blah blah. Well, I think movie theaters weren't like that new, but like Christian like aversion to movie theaters was very new, and like they were very sketched out like to movies, and like I found that I just find that really fascinating, because I'm like, oh my gosh, like
you just went a little too far. Like, yeah, and I'm just like, what was it like living in, like, that scene? And, like, yeah, it's just, it was intense. And it was just this, like, I think for Christians, there was a lot of, like, us versus them stuff where it was, like, they are bad and they are, you know, rock stars worshiping the devil and, like, all this like, you know, scary stuff. And we are gonna not go to movies. We're not gonna play cards. We're not gonna do any of that stuff because we're, like, different and, like, we are pure and we're doing the good stuff and, like, that kind of thing. And actually, yeah, like, something that a lot of my interviewees said was that there was very much, like, a Christian alternative for a lot of things. So, like, I should find, like, the exact wording here. But, of course, there was Christian rock bands who were like, we are the alternative. Like, we are doing rock for a good cause. We love this style of music, but we're doing it for the good cause and, like, whatever. And as well, like, apparently, like, there was, like, alternatives to, like, music festivals that were huge at the time. So, like, music festivals that were very huge in, like, the secular life. There was, like, Christian music festivals and, like, whatever. And something interesting, like, my aunt said, she was like, it was actually really fun. Like, it was just, like, such a fun culture with the, like, alternative festival. Like, it was just, like, so, like, hype
just more
and, like,
music
whatever
stuff happening.
Yeah, and I thought, like, too, like, it makes sense that it was fun when a group gets kind of, like, more tight knit of, like, we're making our own this, that. Like, it's almost like you're a more self-sufficient group, but you're kind of more close and, like, tight knit. And I'm like, of course that makes sense. It's, like, more fun for you. But yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, I think that all goes along well with the Cold War of, like, who's the good guys, who's the bad guys, you know?
Yeah.
And I think Stranger Things is constantly going through that. Like, the Russians come up a lot during all the seasons, not just this season, like, especially season 3, but even season 1 and 2. Like, it's just, it's all in there. And I think the Cold War too is, like, kind of like a very good playing field for this good guys versus bad guys narrative, right? Because it's like, oh, it's literally happening in the world right now. It's, like, literally U.S. versus Russia, like, this kind of narrative. And yeah.
Sorry, it was the way you said it. U.S. versus Russia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was funny.
Yeah. I also put, like, Cold War is characterized by freakouts about the man, the other guys, traitors, and spies, and bad ideas. And, like, I think that's just very,
They should all
very
just get in coffee
related
together.
It's very related to, like, what we deal with now with info of, like, is the vaccine poisoning you? Is it not poisoning you? Like, that kind of stuff. It's just very, like, heated and stressful, and it's nice to have a show that kind of is cathartic that way, that lets you
it's kind of
figure
fun.
It out. Yeah. Yeah. I think that we can move on to my next thing, unless you had anything else to say about the Cold War stuff.
My parents brought up a bunch of other things that had happened during that era, but we can skip them.
Okay.
Hair. Oh, this is something that hair bands were, like, such a thing. Like, the alternative rock hair bands.
It was like a whole genre. It was like the crazy hair bands of the 80s. Yeah. Yeah, that's what my people were saying.
Carrie Fisher.
Oh, was Carrie Fisher on this poster?
That's Carrie Fisher, right?
Which one's Carrie Fisher? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm, like, 80% sure that's Carrie Fisher.
Okay, yeah. I think that's Dolly Parton.
That's 100% Dolly Parton. Yeah. That's Cher.
That's Cher? Okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
It kind of looks like Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was like, it looks like Sarah Jessica Parker, but that's too young, isn't it?
Why am I finding it so hard? They just put on a wig and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I just put that on.
Oh my gosh, Elizabeth Olsen?
She looks like Elizabeth Olsen.
It looks a lot like Elizabeth Olsen.
She's not old enough to.
No. Elizabeth Olsen is like 30.
Yeah, she's like 30. Yeah.
Big hair. More big. What? What? More big, loud, cheesy, and more fun
and creative? That's my title.
Oh, okay. These letters like this, I can't read them.
Oh, yeah.
Something about...
They're kind of weird.
Or I think it's the way the words are. They're all very short words put together. Mm. My brain's, like, confused.
Yeah, I get that.
Anyway,
so kind of this is kind of a point that I took from a lot of, like, my interview people, like, what they said, and basically, like, yeah, a lot of what they're saying is, like, hair was big, like, styles were big and crazy, like, they were, like, just intense and like exciting and like whatever. It was just like a lot, and it was just like fun, and like a lot of what I heard about the music was just, it was fun. It was new and exciting. They were trying out these new sounds. It was like fun. And for me, when I was hearing these things from my interviewees, like I was thinking like, when I think of 80s music, I think of the synthesizer.
Always.
Yeah. And I was like, totally. Yeah. It's like such a typical 80s sound. And it's like, if anybody wants to kind of like quote the 80s and like show that they're inspired by the 80s, they just throw a synthesizer in there.
Oh my gosh, it's super 80s. Yeah. Like very Madonna.
Yes, yeah. It's like, it's giving 80s the moment there's a synthesizer.
You're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
and like,
funny.
But I was thinking about the synthesizer and how that just so totally typifies this like stuff that my interviewers are telling me about the 80s, like just this fun vibe, like energetic, like everything's exciting, everything's fun, like kind of maybe flamboyant's like a good word for it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
just like big, loud, cheesy. but like that's the synthesizer, right? It's kind of big, loud, and cheesy.
It's
you know?
It's
like
nothing cheesy about that.
It's sarcastic.
No, it's amazing. I love
the synthesizer, but I think it's like a bit of a fun, cheesy sound. No?
Yes. I don't know. I've never thought of it as cheesy.
Oh, yeah?
I've always thought of it as just like amazing. Maybe I just like them too much.
I like it a lot. Like,
oh my gosh. When I hear the beginning of... I'm just going to turn this way and then back this way. When I hear the beginning of the song, what's it?
Blinding
Lights. That's
Lights
it.
by The Weeknd.
Okay. Yeah, that song.
No, I think the synthesizer is brilliant, and it's obviously famous for a reason. It's because everybody
so good.
loves it. It's so good. Like, whatever. But I was thinking, like, I think it's one of those things that, like, now we're coming back and we're, like, quoting the 80s because we think they're cool again. But I think it's one of those things that, like, maybe didn't age well, where, like, the 90s were like, oh, no, we, like, just, like, you know, folk and, like, whatever. Or we, like, grunge rock.
I love the 90s, too.
I like the 90s, too.
We dip into that, like, Stevie Wonder.
Yeah. So I was thinking about all these things that they said, and I was like, yeah, I think, like, cheesier is, like, more fun, though. Like, I think this flamboyant stuff was always more fun and honestly creative because you're not being held back by any, like, I think a lot of, like, kind of, folky music that you're, like, being really serious. You're kind of held back by I'm embarrassed to be as flamboyant. I'm embarrassed to wear the big hair and the makeup and be the Kiss band and, like, you know, like, it's just, like, the
society was kind of losing that.
You're not going there. Yeah.
It was loose.
Yes. Yeah. And so I'm like, I think it's also, it was more fun for people. I was like more creative and like kind of giving this time for like creativity to just like be set on fire and like
very easy flaming. For them to set a show in that and like like create these sort of like each character could have their own style and their own look and their own way they interpreted their crazy cheesiness. Yeah. And like I thought too, like creativity, I think, actually is a really big theme in Stranger Things. Yes. With just, like, the kids are really creative figuring out, like, what they, like, need to do in a situation, right? They're, like, they learn, they move fast, like, they're, like, really... For sure. Yeah, and, like, they're using their creativity to accomplish this kind of really exciting, like, monster story narrative mystery, right? But it's, like, I think the 80s were just so, like, typical of, like, that kind of creative energy, and there's just like this raw energy. And I actually wanted to mention what my mom said about that. This is how she started her her write-up about the 80s. She started by saying, we felt like we had arrived in the 80s. And she said, the term was often used was, this is the 80s. When explaining a new, different behavior or method. And she said, we all felt like we had entered a truly modern era. And I feel like there's just like this like magnetic energy in the 80s where it was like, people were this looking is the 80s. We're excited. We feel innovation. Like we arrived at the exciting new time. We figured out how to do rock music and it's amazing and it's like blissful. We figured out synthesizer and it's like the best thing ever. I can't say synthesizer. Every time I like struggle. I don't want to. And it's just like so exciting. And I just thought, like, and I think what better time than to host this show and like, set this show that is about kids being creative to figure out this problem, save the world from the monsters, like that kind of thing, you know? I just thought, like... Plus, it's fun to watch. Very fun. That way, too, because of all that fun. Yeah. Did you have anything you wanted to add on that kind of related to that? No, I think all those points were kind of hit. Like, that's... I think it has a very distinct style, look, aesthetic, and
Yeah.
feel to it.
Yeah.
I think, and this girl here, I don't know if it's seen on camera, looks like Karen, Mike and Nancy's mom a little.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
she does. Yeah.
Madonna.
Nostalgia. Yeah, Madonna. We've got
And there's,
Back to
oh
the
my gosh,
Future
Back to the Future.
again. And we got the Breakfast
Well,
Club.
I didn't really like Breakfast Club.
Yeah, so I just
Controversial.
put some
Hot take.
Hot take.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, with the Breakfast Club, my dad mentioned how like rebellion was like really glorified, like
Oh,
mouthing
yeah.
off your teachers and like whatever, and it was kind of like
Freaks and Geeks vibes.
yeah, and it was just like very kind of assert your individuality vibe. I think is what comes from the rebellion vibe, right? Is like yeah, and I think you can see that. Yeah, you can see that assertion in the rebellion. You can see it in the music and the big hair and the loud music and like all of that stuff. That we've arrived. Like it's like I'm an individual and I'm asserting it, like that kind of vibe.
Yeah,
You know,
the escapism.
Maybe that sounds
kind of
very like like maybe that's a big overarching theme metaphor, but it makes sense in my brain.
I think it fits.
Yeah.
Well.
So that's just kind of something I came across. But yeah, like nostalgia, I think is just a huge part of what makes it so fun to watch.
Yeah, there's so many things you can just like easily reference and easily fit all these pieces to build a very distinct look and vibe.
Yeah, and like for me watching some of the seasons like with my dad, it's like and hearing like, oh well, it wasn't like that, and they're like, you know, it was like it's fun. It's like a good conversation starter that way, and it's like really exciting, and I just think that's so fun. And I think especially for people who lived through it, I think it's like fun to like rewatch that right on screen, and even like for me because I think the 80s are so cool and I'm so like excited by them. It's fun to watch it on screen. You know, it's fun to like see that like
get
play
hyped
out,
for it.
you know, get hyped about it. Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay, next slide.
The 80s as characterization.
Yeah, I mean, this point I just thought to bring up, like a setting is almost like a character in a really good show. And I think that's something that Stranger Things does with the 80s. Like it's like it's its own setting, and it's
even the upside
a character.
down
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah, totally.
Both of its sort of settings are very like distinctly unique from one another.
Yeah.
To like parallel one another.
Yeah,
a little bit too.
and just like very intentional setting, and I think that just makes for. Wait, I think my notes for that are above. Oh, maybe not. I think they were just in my head. So. Yeah, I think it's just like it's very like I think I almost use it's just like very joyful to watch a show with like such a rich setting, like a setting that's so intentional, and it becomes a character, and it's like characters are the best characters when they're quirky and they've got like little weird traits that like you fall in love with that are quirky, and I think that's the same thing for the setting.
But not too many.
You don't fall in love with too many. You don't have a love triangle with Steve and John? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Don't fall in love with too many?
Yeah.
John? Was his
Don't
name John?
be like Yuri, where
Wait,
you're like...
is his name John?
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Don't be like Yuri. That character was so annoying.
Yeah, that
where
was...
you just like... You don't
I
have...
hated his comments.
Yeah, you
in
have
the
no
last
personality except for you just
So
make
cringe.
inappropriate comments.
Yeah, that was just not nice.
It's when a character... Like,
Yeah.
oh, sorry.
I hated that. Yeah, I mean... Don't be sorry. Go on.
No, I have to apologize for all these bad thoughts. They're just so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just think like when your setting has so much character like the 80s does for us, it's just like it really enriches the show. It makes it so joyful to watch. Like it just makes it like really special and exciting, and like I think that's also a reason for its setting in the 80s. I think it's just like so fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. Then versus now. I don't have anything for that.
Yeah, we didn't have anything for that. Music challenge.
Music challenge. Okay. Wait, do we want to do Pictionary or music challenge first?
What do you think?
Let's do Pictionary.
Do Pictionary?
I'm in a Pictionary mood.
Okay, Pictionary mood? Okay.
Pictionary mood.
You should look up a list.
Okay. Pictionary?
And then I forgot to mention, a lot of
What's
my
the
people
website?
mentioned,
It was the Etch-A-Sketch?
yeah, just online. Just look it up online and then find like a Pictionary list. One of the things that like most of my... Oh.
I spelled it too wrong. that they don't know.
They didn't know what you meant. A lot of my interview people mentioned like how free kids were, and like how in the show like it's very true to life that it was like they were all just biking around and like got to do whatever they wanted after school and stuff.
Exactly.
And like the freedom of kids and the flexibility there, and like they all my interviewees like talked about how accurate that was, and how they're like, yeah, like that's what it felt like in the 80s, like to grow up then.
Yeah, my dad said that no kids were getting like dropped off at school and pampered and like baby puppy guarded kind of thing. It was like you're biking or walking and get out of my house kind of vibes,
and it's
like go for an adventure.
Yeah, and like as you see in the show, it's like very normal to just not hear from them till they come home for dinner, and then they go out again on their bikes and they come home, like, you know, it's just like very free vibe that way. And I think that makes it really fun to set it in the 80s, because the kids just have so much freedom, right? They don't have these like busy lives. They can literally do whatever they want all the time to fight the monsters in Stranger Things, you know? So I thought that was really interesting, and every single one of my interviews mentioned that, and they were like, yep, that's accurate, like, yep, biking, like, it was more free and just like whatever. I think my mom said like the flexibility was kind of because like you didn't hear about bad things like kidnappings, like it wasn't like as like you just hadn't heard of it yet, so people didn't worry. And it's like now we do worry. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna let my kid out on this street at this time of night, and like whatever.
That Ted Bundy guy seems kind of scary.
Yeah, but it's like that was only just starting to like come into the light at that time, so I thought that was interesting. So yeah.
Okay, so do you want me to draw or you draw first? And then I have to guess. Or the other one's going to guess with the chat. The chat is going to be, okay.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I don't know who's here. Y'all give a wave or a handle or I don't know, send us a slur. No, I'm kidding. Could you imagine? No.
I mean, the auto mod would just ban them.
You're right.
Yeah, no slurs.
Yeah.
For us.
It's so... man, I'm tired. Okay.
I would do either guessing or drawing first. I don't care.
Okay, you're going to draw first.
Okay.
Okay, how do you use this again?
I think you use the arrow keys.
Oh, right, it's arrow keys.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So you got arrow keys. So chat, it's going to be me versus you then. We have to, who's going to guess what Hannah's drawing first?
Yeah.
Is the vibes.
That's good.
If no one comments, I guess I win. Okay, Hannah.
And if you don't get it, chat wins.
Yeah, and I don't have a thing to randomize. So do you want to just think of one, or would you like to like have a like a website?
Oops. Why don't I just pull up a list as well?
Yeah, maybe theme it to like 80s or Stranger Things.
Sure.
Yeah.
80s Pictionary.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna have to guess.
Words. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Wait, no, I'm not ready yet.
Okay, fine.
80s Pictionary.
I'm so excited. I am so excited to guess.
I'm so excited to see if I can draw anything. We'll see.
You got the Etch-A-Sketch though. You're Etch-A-Sketch master. I thought you took classes.
Yeah, you thought wrong. Oh, okay, oh, wait, this is kind of ambitious.
No, I believe in you.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. No, I'm gonna start with an easier one, and then I'm gonna do that one that I was...
If it's ball, I'm pre-guessing ball.
What?
A ball?
Okay, I'm starting. This is starting. You can start guessing.
Oh, okay. Hat. What's that Maya Angelou quote? How does the cage bird sing?
You think that's what I'm drawing right now?
Yeah. A plinth.
Oh no, this is really bad.
How do you
This is a disaster. Oh my gosh.
What is it?
You're not gonna guess. What is going on?
So, is it a dog?
Okay, I need to move on from this area. Okay.
Is that a snake? Is that...
Okay, you'll get the vibe, I think. I'm afraid you get the vibe soon.
It's maybe it's the mixture of a bunch of things, but I'm not quite getting it. But, Oh, that's cool. I think that looks really pretty.
Thank you.
I like the way that did that.
This part's actually going well.
Is it a grandma?
No.
Oh. Is it... Oh. Oh.
Once I get a little farther, I'll give you like a hint.
Okay. Anyone in chat have any guesses, please? I really like the way that looks, the squiggles.
It's kind of satisfying to draw.
Ooh.
I've got a rhythm going.
Yeah. Rhythm and blues, R&B.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on.
Is it the Chicago Blackhawks logo?
No.
Is anyone else seeing that? Is it a person? Okay, those are legs then, and then there's arms. Is it a baseball player?
No.
Is it a woman with an afro? Is that a javelin?
No. I think you'll get this soon, actually.
Is it a cook? Is it a flower?
No. It's 80s themed. Did I tell you that?
Oh, 80s themed.
It's 80s themed.
What on earth is that? Is that a golf club? 80s themed.
Okay.
I'm really confused still. Is that a tennis racket? Hannah is drawing an entire building floor plan. It's blueprints.
Oh, it's 80s themed, and we've discussed it already in the episode, okay?
Is that tennis racket? Tennis
No.
player? Okay. Is it a fly swatting guy?
No.
What are they doing? Do they have a hat on?
Oh.
Uh-oh. Not yeah, Hannah.
Just ignore this line.
Genitals.
Ignore it. Okay, I made genitals.
There's accidental genitals. Is that a dress?
No.
Are they on a mountain?
Okay, we've talked about it. I said this. We talked about it earlier this episode.
Yeah, I'm still confused. Is it 11?
No.
Oh
no. Okay, I'm gonna make this into a different thing.
Is it an 80s hairband?
Yeah! That's what it is!
That's scary
I'm
so
sorry,
much.
I'm sorry. You really got scared.
Yeah.
This is I was gonna make a keyboard.
That's
I was
actually
gonna make a guitar
really
actually,
fun.
but now it's a keyboard.
That's actually really fun.
Yeah, I made the hair and like that's a microphone.
Yeah, oh, that's the
face,
microphone.
I didn't anticipate how
The face
the
looks
face
a little
would
weird.
be really stressful.
It looks
yeah.
grandma.
It's giving Picasso vibes.
Picasso.
Picasso.
I like
Yeah.
it. I like it, Picasso. Okay.
All right.
Amazing. Okay, my turn.
You got it.
My turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna Google this.
Kai, do you see it?
Yeah.
Do you see where I was going with that?
Are you still seeing it?
You still see the floor plan vibe.
Yeah. Yeah. I just got a bucket to you. Definitely don't see.
What? Come on! It's clearly a microphone and hair.
Here we go. Okay. Here we go. How do I clear this off?
I don't know. You shook it.
Like an Etch-A-Sketch.
Ah, that's awesome. That's so cool. I love that. All right.
Okay. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Is it 80s themed as well?
It's now Hannah. Yeah, 80s theme.
80s
Hannah
theme? Okay.
versus chat. Who will guess this first? Where's the start? In the middle? I'm way over here where you left it. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, we're going.
Ground, grass. The underground. The upside down.
Oh, we're still over here. We're going back this way.
Flowers. A building, a house.
That went too much. Uh-oh.
A face. A dog, a lion. Pants. Was pants close?
I'm not going to tell you any hints.
It's pants.
You're gonna
Parachute pants.
Yeah.
What?
That's so good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to be like. What? Like, oh, this.
Like a fun
He's gonna be a
sweater.
chubby guy, okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It just, I wasn't. I was intending different.
Your
and
pants
so,
got very wide.
very
fast.
wide.
Yeah.
Everything very wide, very fast.
But it honestly gave more of a parachute vibe.
Exactly.
So that's good.
Okay.
All
Your turn, Hannah.
I win.
You win.
Okay, this is
Take
my
that.
Okay, I'm gonna do my ambitious thing.
Bill and Kai.
Oh, this is where we are. Okay.
What is that?
Oh
Okay. What if it's
no! Oh no!
a cigarette? I'm seeing cigarette here.
I'm just gonna move on
Move on.
from that aspect of the drawing.
Oh my gosh. You know those playlists you can get on Spotify with the Vecna ones of what song would save you from
Yeah,
Vecna?
yeah.
Yeah. Today I played mine, and the first song that came on was Red by Taylor Swift.
Ooh.
And I was like,
okay.
I don't know if this one would save me.
What?
Yeah,
iconic.
yeah,
Flawless.
I don't know if I could be saved by that, though.
Michael. Oh my goodness.
Michael.
I forget how to use the controls. I can't move this thing.
You
How do
forgot
get
how to go
down?
up and down and left and right?
How to, no, but it's the diagonal. that's
Yeah.
a
You
real
have to hit them
trick.
at like the same time. It's
You have to
weird.
hit like 3 at once, right? For the diagonal, I think.
No.
No.
No. The 2 ways you want to go. Oh. Yeah, it went up there.
Two
Okay,
ways
is
I
it an
wanna go
airplane?
these ones. No. Okay.
Is it skiing? A guy skiing. Is it bobsledding?
No,
Cool
no,
Runnings. What is that? Sword. It's a sword?
No.
Okay. Oh, never mind.
I don't know about this.
Is that his
There's
face?
no. Okay, it's 80s. It's from a movie. I'll give you a hint. It's from a movie.
Okay. Darth Vader.
No.
Indiana Jones.
No.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Make it this time. No. Oh no.
Oh.
Ignore that part. Ignore that part. Oh no. Okay, no wait, I'm gonna make it into something.
Oh, okay. This is looking like a really good wall art, though.
Yeah? You put this up in your house?
Yeah. That's confusing. Oh. 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 Is it Back to the Future?
No.
No?
No.
Is it in the movie?
But you're getting warmer.
Oh
no,
my
it's not in the movie.
I was so confused by how excited the no was. I was like, so it's a
"Praise
yes or
God."
no? Okay, what's another Back to the Future-ish? Jurassic Park was 90s. What? Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
No.
Was that 90s too?
No, it was 80s.
It was?
Mhm.
He's got a weapon?
No.
Oh.
Does anyone in chat not see my vibe? Are you not seeing this?
There's a bunch of... You put
Gaslight! Gaslight!
You put a bunch of trapezoids and then said, they're not... You made a bunch of trapezoids and said, you see? This movie...
It's an 80s themed trapezoid. How are you not getting
Oh, wait, okay. Okay.
No, I swear you. It's okay. What else can I draw?
Does it have a face?
It does have a face. Yeah, I just didn't draw the.
Okay, maybe it
face
has...
of the face.
Tu Wong Fu?
No.
Tron.
No. Okay.
No.
What if I give you? Should I give you another hint? Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay. The hint is it's not a human.
It's not human?
It's not a human.
Goonies.
No.
Was that a human?
I think
remember.
Goonies are humans, like, exploring.
There's like the scary one at the end though. I haven't seen that movie since I was a kid.
Yeah, I don't remember what happens in the movie either. It's been a while.
I know.
Okay, what's this giving for you? What's it giving?
It's giving lamp.
No, what I'm making right now, it's giving lamp. Oh no, has it been too long? Are you sick and tired of guessing?
No, I like this. I want to keep guessing. Okay, it's giving oh.
That was
snappy.
Wow.
It's giving oh, we're going over here now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is this giving walkway?
No.
Pathway.
No.
What? It's giving cobblestones.
It's giving perhaps some sort of vehicle. Unconventional vehicle. It's not what you
It's
exactly
giving
think.
okay,
It's
you're
giving
right.
vehicle.
Oh my gosh, that is a vehicle. Wait a second. I have no idea what part of it is the car.
It's not a car. It's more of
okay,
a weird vehicle. But
okay,
I can't. It's a device that
a
moves
tank.
you. No, warmer.
Warmer. Is that a door? To the tank? Is this Doctor Who? The Doctor!
No, you're getting closer.
From Doctor
What
Who.
does Doctor Who use?
The TARDIS?
Yeah, it's like kind of like
A telephone booth?
Oh yeah, he uses a telephone booth.
Oh,
But he
my
uses it
gosh.
as okay, word association. He uses it
Time
as
travel.
to travel.
Through time and
Maybe-
space.
Space travel.
Back to the Future. That's it, right?
No, it's not.
Ah!
Oh no,
Okay,
what else should I do? Okay, I really
Travel through time and space. Travel
this was
through space.
exhaust that
Is
I'm
there
thinking.
an exhaust?
Yeah, this is exhaust. All this fuzzy stuff. It's like smoke.
Oh.
Smoke from the device.
Okay, he's
Vehicle
going to
thing.
space in this.
Yeah.
Aliens. There's aliens. Star Trek.
No.
Captain Kirk. No.
Maybe you just don't know this movie very well.
Maybe.
Do
Okay.
you want another like big hint? that
No.
you'll probably get no.
No. Give me another tiny hint.
Tiny hint.
Yeah.
There. I didn't mean to do that. There are children in this movie.
Children?
Yeah.
What about the children?
This is a child. Oh, I shouldn't say that, but
This is a child.
this is a child.
I don't think that's helping me much, so I appreciate it. This is a child. Okay.
This is the child's hair.
Okay.
It's really giving Picasso.
It's in a movie. There are children going to space. Mars needs moms.
Oh, my dad said Tron. No, it's
Yeah.
not Tron.
All right. Yeah.
Mars needs moms. No.
Okay. They're space kids. What
No.
movies came out? What? They're not. They found it. Race to Witch Mountain.
No, I feel like you're so close though. With the whole "they found it" thing.
They
You're
found
getting
it.
there. You're getting there. What else can I
Stranger Things.
draw? I don't know.
Ooh,
Yeah,
this one's
I
hard.
don't know what else to draw. Okay, I'm gonna draw. This is a micro version of what?
Of what?
I feel like it's good.
This is a micro version of what?
What does this look like to you?
A garage.
Yeah, it's a house.
Did they put this in their house? Okay, they put the spaceship in their house.
No,
Um,
they put the alien in their house.
E.T.
E.T. Yeah, it's E.T. I'm so sorry. I apologize to everybody. This is E.T. The head didn't go well, and I was like, abort. So then I was like, I did
Oh,
a spaceship with exhaust.
My
This is the spaceship.
gosh, that was...
It's a spaceship.
That,
This is the little girl,
everything
Drew
folded
Barrymore,
together,
and
yeah.
this is the house.
Yeah, everything fell together. I have not seen this movie since I was like 5.
Oh yeah. So it's
And
probably
I
not
hated
in your
it.
head. You're like,
I hated it so
it's
much.
cute. You'll probably like it now.
No, that thing is creepy. I want to kill it.
You're not
No,
5 though.
No,
anymore.
like I see any photo of it, I'm like, that thing's gonna die.
He's cute.
No, you see those
Michael.
little eyes, and you're just like, squish them out.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, you're like,
That's
Christy,
so
wake
morbid.
up. Imagine E.T. That's what I want.
Michael, no, it's the cutest little friendship story. No, you're gonna watch it again and not.
No, I
think
hate
that.
it. I hate him.
Oh my gosh.
I hate him. He's so gross. But why don't you do the bicycle scene?
Yeah, that would have been good. But I kind of
That's
already
good.
took up a lot of the space. I was like, well.
That's okay. That was a funny one.
Oh,
that was
my
really funny.
goodness gracious.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Wait, I don't have one.
Oh, you don't have it?
Oopsie. Okay.
One more round, and then maybe we should switch
To music?
Sure, the music quiz.
Yes.
Yeah. And then if we have time, we could come back to the Lite-Brite Pictionary.
Okay. Okay. I like it. Okay.
Is it 80s?
Is it 80s? Yes. Oh, here we go.
It's a cookie.
This is how I'm going to do angles now. Because
You're so much better already with the keys than me. It's totally a cookie. It's a Furby.
that's a good guess. That's a fun guess.
Is it a bicycle?
No.
Motorbike?
No.
Car.
No.
Not Mandalorian. DeLorean?
The DeLorean?
DeLorean.
No.
What? It's totally bus.
No.
The bus that 11 flips.
Ooh, when was that? That was season 2?
Season 1, I think.
No, season 2. She goes. It wasn't that on her trip. Oh no! Right, it flips over them. Right, that was season 1.
It was cool, hey, when she brought the helicopter down. And
Yes,
that
was.
was really
no, I
cool.
liked that moment. I was
Yeah.
like, this is.
I was like, that's so.
Nothing's really happened for the past
she's
hour,
always-
but this was really worth it.
She's constantly impressing us. Oh wait, it has 4 limbs. It's totally a Furby.
That's a good
It's
guess.
got limbs. It's a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. Cabbage Patch Kid. That was
Yeah. My aunt was telling me it was like all the rage for her as a
Mhm.
kid in the 80s.
And then ugly fat
Cute.
faces now on them.
Michael, you never get to draw very much because I just like
Go
take so long to do
No, it's
mine,
okay.
and you're like way more better at putting the thing on the screen.
Ew, but this thing looks gross.
Oh,
Now give me.
so cute.
Ew.
Yes, we love neck rolls, please.
Neck rolls.
Yes, queen. Yeah, okay, the face is like hard. It's a challenge. Aww. A little mouth.
Oh no, that's a bad nose. And then. Oh.
Ooh, I would have guessed Garfield at this point if I hadn't guessed.
That's
Does it
a
look like
scary eye.
Garfield? The mouth and nose kind of look petsy.
Ew, this looks so gross. Ew. Ew.
Cat.
I don't like it. Okay, Chrissy, wake up. Okay.
Oh,
Wait.
okay, are you ready?
What's the next one we're doing?
Do you want to do
Music trivia?
Yeah.
Okay.
music trivia.
Oh, 80s.
Quiz. Oh, yeah.
This should be the one. Okay. I think this is it. 80s music trivia.
Oh no.
Oh.
They're all It's not satisfying.
That
I wanna do a
that
real
got me,
quiz.
man. I thought that I just literally just said the answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, here's a gooder. Okay.
This looks good.
Some old people think the 80s were the best decade for music.
Some old people.
Yeah, you know those ones? How much do you know about this golden era of music? Janet Jackson's single Rhythm Nation was released in which year? Do you know?
I'm going to say 1987.
Okay, I think it's 88, but let's do 87. Wait, did it tell us?
I don't know.
Why didn't it say?
I don't know.
Do we not get to figure out till the end? Oh my gosh, it's like a real school quiz.
Oh no.
Yeah.
PTSD.
I'm scared. In which country are 80s pop legends
Sweden?
AHA from? I think you're right.
Oh wait, AHA, not ABBA.
Oh, you're right. AHA was Michael, what's his name? George Michael, right?
I don't know.
And then, I don't know. George Michael sounds like a Norway, Denmark kind of name.
Sure.
Norway. I don't really know, actually. This is going to be hard. Andy Bell and Vince Clarke are a pop duo known as...
I have no idea.
I don't know any of these
Pet Shop
names.
Boys. I feel like Pet Shop Boys.
Okay, we're doomed. Kylie Minogue became a pop star while she was acting in which Australian show? That's not Australian. Home and Away? No. I don't know. We're not good at this.
Neighbors? Do you know Neighbors?
Nope.
Okay.
Mars had a hit in 1988 with Pump Up
Volume?
Yeah. Who sings Sunshine on Leith? What's Sunshine on Leith?
I don't know.
And I think this sucks.
The Proclaimers.
Yeah, you're right. I think you're right. Which of these is not a Cyndi Lauper song?
Like a Prayer.
Yeah, that's Madonna. The film Bohemian Rhapsody
Queen.
told us... Yes. Who was Never Gonna Give You Up in 1987?
Rick Astley.
Astley.
I know Jam, I thought too, but
Jam.
it wasn't on the options.
Survivor?
Pump Up the Jam.
Pump Up the Jam. Pump Up the Jam.
Oh,
No,
Rocky.
that's a
Rocky.
isn't that a girl singer? Pump Up the Jam. Yeah. Pump Up the
It's probably
Jam.
been redone a lot, because
Oh.
I think I remember with the boy singer too.
Survivor had a hit with Eye of the Tiger. Which film did it feature in?
Rocky 3.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's in so many movies now, though.
Yeah.
What was the title of Bro's debut album? Who's Bros?
I don't know.
I feel like Push is a good album
Push,
cover.
pull, shove, lift.
I think Push is
Push?
a good one,
Yeah.
right? What are the two Goss brothers in Bros called?
I don't know. It's giving Jimmy and Neville.
Yeah, Jimmy and Neville. Oh, Boy George sang for which band?
I know that name.
I think it was The Cure.
I feel
I
like
think it was The Cure, right?
were the Thompson twins actually related?
No.
I don't know. Who
No,
were
they were not. How could they be? I don't know.
Oh, you don't know.
Which girl group had a Manic Monday? What does that mean?
I don't know.
What does it mean? The Bangles. I feel like the Bangles would make
Yeah.
anyone go manic.
Culture Club?
Should we go back into Culture Club? Yes.
Oh no, you can't change it?
Oh no,
That's
it's like real
sad.
school.
Oh no.
What was Whitney Houston's first #1 in the USA? It wasn't I Will Always Love You, was it?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Uh-oh. I just realized our photo's in the way.
Oh. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to just guess. I don't know what the order of...
I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna be with somebody. Yeah, you know that
I
one?
would go with that one.
That one?
Yeah, that's my gut. But
Okay.
you can do whatever you want.
Yes. What is the name of this duo? No,
I
this
think
is
that's
George
Wham.
Michael.
I think that's Wham.
Yeah, this is George Michael.
Wait, but...
And he's not AHA. AHA's another band. Wham was George Michael.
Oh, I see. So this is Wham? I
Yeah.
feel like it's giving Wham.
It's giving
Bangles. Oh, Bangles is what you chose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wet, wet, wet. What is it a real band? Oh my gosh. What are they doing? They're keeping it wet, wet, wet.
Biggest band to come from Wales, where it's wet. True or false?
I don't trust this.
I don't know. False.
False.
Band-Aid
Band-Aid.
is the name of an all-star charity group.
What song did they release? Feed the World.
No, Do They Know It's Christmas? I know this.
Really?
Yeah, I know this one.
What is Madonna's full name? Okay, I used to know this one.
I feel like it's Capone or Ciccone or whatever. I feel like it's with a C at the end. Do you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Who had a hit with Everybody Wants to Rule the World?
I think it's Tears for Fears.
I don't know at all.
Everybody, you know that song?
Everybody wants to rule the world.
Yeah. So good.
Oh, that's a good gif.
I love that moment.
The Power of Love appears on the Back to the Future soundtrack. Who performed it? Duran Duran. No, Bon Jovi.
Really? I think it's Huey Lewis.
Tears for Fears? Yes.
Oh, nice.
Huey Lewis in the News? Maybe. They reference it in the show, right?
He talks about it in the movie. I know he does.
You don't like
My
Bon
dad
Jovi?
will know, I'm sure.
I thought you said you don't like Bon Jovi?
Maybe. Yeah, could be.
That's the power of love.
You're right. It's gotta be Bon Jovi.
Yeah, he's very that rock.
Right?
Kind of.
Wait,
Huey?
I feel like it could be. It is Huey?
I'm doing Huey then. We can trust it.
Yeah, I trust.
Okay.
My dad would know.
Who's this chap wearing a red cap in his pocket? Oh, this is that.
Who's this chap? Oh,
Okay.
Bryan Adams, right? It's gotta be.
Yeah, it's not Stevie Wonder. It's not George
I suppose
Michael.
it could be Bruce Springsteen. They're kind of
could be Bruce.
paralleled in my head. I'm sure my dad knows.
This
That's
cover
one, too.
is like that.
like
I've seen
iconic.
this everywhere. This
Yeah.
cover.
It's a huge cover.
Huge.
You know what? I
Just
feel like I'm
huge.
thinking Bruce Springsteen.
You're
now.
thinking Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm down.
but my dad would definitely know. He released a song called Buffalo Stance. Ooh.
This sounds like a type of hot sauce.
Yeah, Buffalo Stance.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Annie Lennox?
Annie Lennox. You're right. I think she did do that. Which German group released 99 Red Balloons? That's
Oh, shoot. I think I know this one. Is it Flo or Nina? Do you think?
Nina.
Nina.
Which band had a hit with Come On Eileen? Oh. Do you know? Never mind.
Def Leppard?
I
don't know.
think so.
I think it's Def Leppard.
Queen had a 1986 hit with a kind of what?
Magic? I don't know.
Oh. A kind of. I don't think I know this song. If someone played it for me, maybe I would, but.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but I love
A
Queen.
kind of illusion. A kind of magic. Probably magic,
Kind of
right?
trick. Yeah.
No,
Definitely not Def Leppard. Oh.
20
What?
out of 27.
Whoa, that's pretty good for a lot of guesses.
Yeah, magic, man. Definitely.
Shout out to Alberta Clipper online for helping us out with some.
Yeah, Alberta
Dexys
Clipper
Midnight
coming in
Runners.
clutch.
Come on, Eileen.
Da da da
We got
Come
99.
on, Eileen. But yeah, Nina. Okay. This one I wasn't
Yeah, that one
expecting to
I
get
had no
right.
idea.
I did not know who that was.
Bruce
Springsteen. Huey Lewis in the news.
We got help.
Tears
Tears
for
for Fears.
Fears,
I knew that
hype.
one. Yeah.
Okay, we got the
You got
Madonna, one.
Madonna.
Nice. Okay. Do they
Yeah,
know
that
it's
one I
Christmas?
knew.
Yeah. I would have done the Feed the World one just because I always like associate 80s stuff with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Wet, wet, wet. Nice. We knew they were liars. Wham.
Wham.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, Saving All My Love. Okay.
Saving All My Love. I forget how that
There
one
you
goes.
go. I don't know.
The Bangles. I knew it. I knew that name had to go
Are they
crazy.
actually related? No.
No, because like they all look different races, don't they?
Those are three though. Are they twins?
I don't know what's going on there. I don't want to know. The Cure.
Yeah, we thought The Cure, but honestly, it was just the most familiar name to me, so I was like, it must be The Cure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are.
Matt and Luke.
Okay, they had even basicer names.
Yeah.
What was the title? Push. We said that'd be
you
a good
got it
album.
Right. You got Push.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a good album
Yeah,
name.
Rocky,
Push.
we knew.
Yeah. Awesome. Rick Astley.
We have to know that
Queen.
one.
Yes.
Queen.
Oh, Like a Prayer.
Like a
Yes.
Prayer, yeah.
We're really good at this.
We are, surprisingly.
Pump Up the Volume.
Pump Up the Volume.
The Neighbors.
That was a pure guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that show.
Really?
No.
Oh my gosh. You got me there.
I don't know who these people are, and I don't want to.
See, again, Pet Shop Boys just felt like the most familiar name to me, so I was like, let's go with that.
I've heard the word name Erasures, but I was like, I didn't know that's them at all.
Yeah.
Which country are 80s pop legends Aha from? We got it right. Norway.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Scandinavian.
It was in 1989. Okay.
You were a little closer to the best guess than me.
Pop off. We did good.
We did it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice. Okay. What's the Lite-Brite?
It would just be Pictionary, but we use the Lite-Brite instead.
Nice. Okay, yes, let's try it again.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Last activity.
Yeah, the Lite-Brite is such an iconic little toy, as is the Etch-A-Sketch, but there's just nothing like putting those little pegs in and they glow. Like, oh my gosh. Bliss.
Bliss?
Am I right?
Oh, I thought that was the name of the site you wanted me to go to.
Oh, no. I meant,
this is it?
Yes, this is it. See, you just put a white one.
How do you undo? Oh, UX. Okay.
Oh, you have to put it back in. Okay. Ooh. Nice.
Ooh.
Okay. You want to make me guess first?
Oh. You want to guess first? Okay. Okay, so we can only
we just shouldn't
put pegs.
use that side of the screen then.
Yeah, so
No.
we can only put pegs on this side.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Okay, so I draw something first.
Sure.
Okay.
Try another 80s word.
Okay, here we go. As soon as I find one.
I feel like the use of color you usually don't have in Pictionary, so I feel like it's
Yes.
going to be definitely helpful. Definitely a helpful twist.
That's too easy. These things now I'm thinking of are way too easy.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll put our socials in chat while you look.
Yeah, like, okay. This is gonna be a fun one. Here we go. Insta.
Follow us on social. We're going to post some fun videos this week. A flower.
Hi, Morgan.
A rose.
Welcome back.
Hi, Morgan.
We're doing. Oh. What is that?
It's a tulip.
No. No.
It's a microphone. So pretty. Almost as good
We're
as
doing
a real
Pictionary.
Etch-A-Sketch.
Can you guess what this is before Hannah can?
Yeah, compete with me. What are these? Stars.
No.
Gems.
No.
Rocks. Or 80s themed. Scrunchies.
Yeah.
Ah!
Nice. Wait, do I have to do this to every single one?
Maybe just, can you reload the page?
What did I do?
That didn't work. You broke the Etch-A-Sketch. You just bashed it in.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
Your turn.
Okay.
Place a peg.
Let me find a word.
Here we go. Oh! Dude. Okay. I think I could beat Morgan at this. Although it took me... Oh, it's okay, Morgan. If you're in pain, definitely don't prioritize us over your health.
Oh, that sucks.
E.T. Just to get it out of the way.
Just to get it out of the way.
Yeah,
Save yourself the misery. I forgot we were going to play Dig Dug too, but we might not have time now.
You're going to go with the doctors? That's good to hear.
Yeah, that's good.
Beat you at
Pictionary that we're playing right now.
Yeah,
You
so
can
basically,
guess the word.
I'm trying to guess what this is before you. Here we go.
Doesn't this make you crave an Etch-A-Sketch?
This is a Lite-Brite, so I think it does
Oh,
make you
sorry.
crave the Etch-A-Sketch for some reason. Yeah,
Awkward.
but
Does it make you crave a Lite-Brite?
yeah, it does. Okay,
Yes, Michael?
do you remember that episode where they're touching the Lite-Brite in Stranger Things?
Yes, that was awesome.
That was really weird.
It was so cool.
But
Michael.
it's just not how it works.
What?
Because there's one dinky light bulb. You can't make it move the light like that. Do you remember what was going on?
No, but I feel like you can though. I think it did work.
No!
Yeah, it did. No, because yes, I know the one light bulb.
You have a flat surface here.
No, I know.
And a light going here. And then they're like...
But they could just
whoa,
block the different
whoa.
Etch-A-Sketch's light. Like the different sides of the light. Like it's like this light casting a shadow on the wall. You can like just move the shadow. Like, you know. Well,
I found it
you
weird.
don't. Yeah, whatever. We don't need to agree.
Are the colors supposed to be accurate? Because it looks like lemon head. Interesting. Is it lemon head?
It's. Oh, I don't want this. Wait, how do you remove?
You put the X one in the top left.
Oh, this?
And then you click the spot. Is this Mario? It's
No,
a
that's a
smile.
good
Is it a
guess.
girl?
Well, whatever.
Or whatever. Okay.
That sounded sassier. Oh, what? Why it's
You
red?
deaf could beat me at this. I'm on data, so stream buffering, and I'm bad at
Oh,
Pictionary.
well,
That's
funny.
super funny. Okay. Her legs are really long. Are those... Is she, like, in gymnastics? Is this, like, a jazzercise girl? What are those called? There's a name for them, wasn't there?
Jazzercise girls?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Or is it leggings? Or is it...
No.
What are they called? The long shorts and the pants and the socks. What were they called? Leg warmers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's these. It's the leg warmers.
Chrissy, wake up. This is Chrissy. She's got the bow in her hair.
Oh, it's totally Chrissy with leg
So
warmers.
Chrissy.
Yeah.
So we just need
it's
to make
so
her arms
Chrissy.
go.
Ugh.
And then the eyes go. I'm sorry.
That was really scary. Last night I was just like lying awake.
Pop the eyes.
So
Okay.
gross. Shut up. Oh my gosh. Who
Pop-
said that?
pop.
Ari, stop. Stop.
Whoa, now it's a big... Okay, now she can't be happy, though, so we're just going to put it... She looks like that now.
This arm's kind of already like that.
And then-
I kind of...
Chrissy,
You-
wake up.
You.
Do the Chrissy. Do, 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 do the Chrissy. Do, do,
Oh
do,
my
do, do, do.
gosh.
Do the Chrissy. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah.
Ew. At least her leg warmers are pretty.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I thought you were drawing Chrissy. Well,
It does look
I
a
was,
lot like
yeah,
Chrissy.
I totally was.
'Kay.
Stranger Things theme vibe.
We have one more round. We each do one more.
Sure.
Then, okay. Then, yeah, moments.
Yeah.
Okay. Reset the page. Okay.
I need cat emotes.
I need...
You don't have cat emotes?
I don't have cat emotes. It's because I'm not very good at emote picking. I need to pick emotes. I need to go through and I need to do emotes. Okay. Here we go.
Okay, and just a reminder for chat, you can always try to guess and steal all the points faster
Yep.
than we do if you guess. I mean, if you, yeah.
Okay, this is going to be a work of art. Okay, I don't know
Really?
if you're ready.
It's a snowflake.
No.
Wall.
Wonderwall.
Microphone stand. It's a house. Stairs. spaceship, library, school. What's the category? The category is 80s things.
Category is
80s things, right? Are you doing 80s
yes,
again?
it's 80s things.
80s related.
80s stuff. Category is happy birthday.
What is this? Wait. Is it like a cassette player? VCR player?
No.
VCR?
No. It's actually nothing like that.
Oh. It looks like
I don't know why it said it like you're
some
really
kind of
close.
technology now. Wait. Polaroid camera?
No.
Telephone booth?
No.
Telephone?
No.
Lego.
Oh, that's a good guess. It's not Lego.
UFO apartment Donkey Kong game fairy lights.
Ooh.
Brick game.
No. That's a good one though. Oopsie. Get rid of that one. That one's Uggo.
Orange stuff.
Uggo.
What is this?
She's Uggo.
Is this Pac-Man?
Yeah, it's the
It
Pac-
is?
Yeah, it's the Pac-Man board. And
Whoa!
then
It totally looks
I didn't
like
even
it.
make Pac-Man. I was gonna make
Oh my gosh.
like a Pac-Man guy up here.
Nice. Cute.
Oh no, it's getting
Yes,
bigger.
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
Nice. Oh my gosh. Yes, that is such a good drawing.
And then we got.
Amazing.
And then we need like little inky guys.
Yeah.
I'm Inky. I'm Blinky.
Inky Blinky. I thought it was a video game. Yeah,
Yeah, it does look very video gamey.
it does. Oh, that's so cool. You just made the video game.
There we go.
Oh, sorry.
Just kicked my leg.
Like, swinging my leg.
Okay, here we go.
Oh,
Your turn
I
now,
need to find
Hannah.
another.
Last round.
Last round. Should I make it really hard?
Yeah, I'm ready to take forever to guess, okay?
Are you?
Yes. Oh my gosh, chat won that one, right? Or did you guess Pac-Man?
I guess.
Oh, you guessed
I
Pac-Man.
think.
Okay,
Wait, really?
what?
Maybe we all guessed it at the same time.
Did everyone guess?
Because the last thing I read out was Brick Game, and then I said Pac-Man, and they said Pac-Man.
Everyone guessed Pac-Man at the same time.
Wow, everyone wins.
Wow, everyone wins. Everyone gets a
Nice.
point. A point.
Okay.
It's a first.
Okay.
It's a first.
Yeah.
No, I was first. Elisa, she was first.
She was first?
Yeah.
And do we believe her?
I think I have to.
I know, because how do you know that I didn't just look at Ailey's chat and act like I thought about it myself? I could
You're
have
right.
totally done that.
You're right. I believe women. Is it a piece of salmon? I want sashimi.
Ooh. It's not salmon.
Mm.
I love sashimi. What?
The way you said that was so funny. Okay. Oh, it's watermelon. I know this.
Watermelon sugar? No.
Oh, watermelon sugar.
It's not
Hi.
watermelon.
Rollerblades.
Rollerblades.
Is that it?
Ari said, me too. LOL.
Me too.
No, it's not rollerblades.
Is it? Is it the German flag?
No. A little close.
A little close. Okay.
No, oh no, I didn't mean it like that. I meant it's a
Oh.
little close to the flag.
Oh. It's a cuter blue.
Yeah.
Okay. When will I know?
I don't know.
Okay.
Figure it out.
Okay. I'll put my brain on.
Turn your brain on.
It's really hard right now, man.
Skateboard. It's not a skateboard.
Is it?
What?
Is it? Okay.
Oops.
Is it a sidewalk chalk?
No.
Is it... Are you done?
Kind of. I don't know what else to do.
Do more, please.
Okay, let me figure it out.
If you do another square, I'll be nervous, though.
Well, have I got a drawing for you?
Uh-oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there's
That
questions in the chat. I have questions, too.
Sorry.
A laundry hamper. Kids carpet.
Kids rug, no.
Welcome. Gotcha. HQ.
Gotcha, HQ. Thank you for your
We're
comment.
we're playing Pictionary right now. And we're trying to guess what this is. What Hannah is creating with a Lite-Brite. My last guess was basket. What's yours?
Oh, and it's 80s themed.
80s themed.
Retro. Oh no.
Is it the Demogorgon?
This is bad. No.
Welcome, gotcha. I want to hear... Wait a second. Everything you just drew disappeared now. Also, there's the Pokemon game in chat. If anytime you would like to catch a Pokemon,
right.
do Poke start. And then Poke catch. Is it a vase?
No.
I have no clue.
Should I give you a hint?
Yes.
It's a toy.
Is it a ding 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 ding?
No.
What is those called?
Jack in a Box or something?
Yeah. Is it Jack in the Box?
No. I don't think is it called Jack in the Box? Okay, there we go, boys. Yeah.
Okay, there we go, boys.
There we go. It's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
Right?
Yeah. Is it a Lite-Brite?
No.
Could you imagine?
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
It's a toy.
It's a toy. A Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
That's so smart. Mhm.
I was trying to make it three-dimensional.
The thing they use to communicate the upside down season.
Yeah,
4.
Lite-Brite. That's what we're using right now.
This is the Lite-Brite, yeah.
Lite-Brite.
But
We're using
it's a
online
Rubik's
Lite-Brite.
Cube. That is brilliant. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Good job. Good
Thank
guess.
you. That was a good one to draw because it's kind of hard with the Lite-Brite.
Yeah, I thought it'd be easy because I was like, oh, square. But then I
But
remembered the
colors
dimensions.
just become blobs.
Yeah.
Still. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Oh
totally...
my gosh.
Yeah.
Hoot Hoot was caught by Bapu Hari.
Yay, caught it. Yay.
Congratulations.
Hoot hoot. Woot woot.
Okay.
Buffy.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay.
All right.
No.
Time to close out.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know which one of these I want.
Just go to the front, the first slide.
Agenda?
Yeah.
Cute.
Just pretend we did all the things on the agenda.
We did. We did like...
We almost did, yeah.
We did
Yeah,
almost
yeah,
all
yeah.
of them. Yeah.
So now is the time for our
Yuh
moment.
Moments.
And our Yuh Moments, just a moment there that you just kind of pause and you're just kind of like, wait a minute, that was notable.
Yeah.
And then you want to tell people about it. So, yeah.
I think you're like weird or good.
Yeah.
Vibes.
Kind of
Yeah.
could be good vibes, bad
memorable.
vibes, memorable. Yeah.
I don't think
Do you have a
we
Yuh
didn't
moment?
do them last time. This is mine
Did
from
we?
last time.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember we forgot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But mine was when me and you were driving to my house, like the day of we were doing the last podcast. And we drove past this one house and some lady had a bag
Oh,
over her.
yeah.
Some lady just had a...
That was intense. It was intense.
She taped a bag to her head or something. It was like a garbage
She
bag.
didn't tape it, but it was thoroughly over
It was
her
like
head.
tied.
No,
or
it wasn't
something.
it was like a grocery.
A grocery bag, like a
plastic.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Not McDonald's. Like a Walmart like grocery bag.
Yeah.
And just like over her head. And it just like was so jarring. I don't know why, but it was like cause she just was like walking so casually.
Yeah, it was
from
just so
like her house to her car.
casual.
And it just what is she okay? What's happening?
I
And
know.
it was like a. Huh, you saw that? I saw that.
Yeah, we're like, what? She had a bag over her whole head. Her whole head. It was
Her
pouring
whole
rain,
head.
so I think she was trying to keep out the rain from her like hair and makeup, probably. I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
Weird choice. I would choose a hat.
Yeah, but I had like this moment too when we were driving past where I was like, is she breathing? Like this person's not trying to, do yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, right? Like I'm like, okay, I think it's just the rain. Like she can breathe. Like it was intense. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was nervous.
Yeah.
Mhm. What about you?
I think you say mine from last week too, because I can't think of anything like for this week. But it was just that I had, and it's pretty relevant for this week. It's because I had a dream that was definitely based off Stranger Things. Since then, I've had many Stranger Things themed dreams, but that one was the scariest because there was like the clock and everything.
In your
it.
dream?
Yeah. It was just like really freaky, and then there was just like bad men, like kind of like the Russian vibes in the dream. Yeah, it was just freaky, but it was mostly the fact that the clock was in there that I was like, this is so like.
I'd be scared.
Mm-hmm. And in the dream, like I was with like all my friends or whatever, and like I was trying to convince them that like the clock was there, and like I think you were there.
Hi.
If that's what you were. Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to convince everybody, like. Yeah, like I feel like, I was trying to convince everybody the clock was there and it was ticking weird. And I was like, guys, the clock, like it's ticking weird. That was the whole.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Did you hear a weird noise?
Did you hear maybe a scream?
Yeah, I heard a scream.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just heard a scream from downstairs. Or if that was outside. I don't know.
Never mind. It almost sounded like it could have been a door.
Yes.
Moving.
Maybe there was a faucet.
Could be.
How creative.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a yeah moment right there.
That's a yeah moment.
Yeah.
That was actually a yeah moment.
That was actually a yeah moment.
Okay, does anyone in chat have a yeah moment before we go?
Yeah, before we say goodbyes. And also, if anyone has any suggestions on who to raid. Wait, I'll just go to live as we search up someone to possibly raid. Yeah, Karen, please describe.
Say your yeah moment.
Say your yeah. Yeah, please.
Yes, please.
Yes. The follower count. What's the follower count at? What's the follower count?
Michael, you have 100 followers.
Where does it say that?
It says it right there.
Oh, that's so cool.
Hey, you got 3 today.
Oh my gosh. Wait till they unfollow.
100 follower party.
100 follower party.
Yay.
Cool. Man, for someone who doesn't stream, but streams all the time.
Yeah.
And for someone who doesn't stream but puts way too much thought and energy towards streaming, that's pretty good.
It's in progress. It's a work in progress.
It's a work in
You're
progress.
Good.
It's a vibe.
Yay, that's a good yeah moment. Cry.
Yeah, that's really great.
It's definitely a yeah moment.
Yeah. Why don't we raid Tarek? You know, I'm feeling good. Okay.
Wait.
He has 20,000 viewers.
20,000 I'm feeling confident. 100 followers.
Yeah.
It's time. It's time.
Could you?
We're celebrities now.
Oh my gosh.
It's funny.
Trying to think who's live that I know. Man, Kronk. I found Kronk. Should I raid Kronk?
Yeah.
Kronk. Okay. This guy is like one of the weirdest, coolest streamers.
Oh, nice.
He has...
Fun name.
Yeah. He does Kronk impersonations.
Really?
And all his emotes are Kronk themed.
Oh, that's good.
Everything he does is themed to Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, good. It's a good theme.
It's weird too, man. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna raid this guy. I'm gonna put... And we're gonna have the raid message. Please copy and paste that into chat. That would be lovely. And If this guy said my name in a Kronk voice, my dreams would come true.
All right. Hype. Let's do it.
And then, what else do we need? Oh, right. Check out all the socials, Insta. And what else do we have? TikTok. We got Insta. We got TikTok. Please follow.
And he wrote TikTok.
I was like, why isn't it going? Interesting.
We need another command for TikTok.
Yeah.
We have one for TikTok.
Oh, wait, what is it?
It's, yeah.
That's really fun.
It's funny.
Okay. So we're gonna raid out. Raid. How do I spell this? I always forget how to do this. Every time it's like I'm learning a new thing.
Oh no. Wait, I think that's... Don't do that one.
Wait. Did I spell it wrong?
Yeah,
I did.
Plural. You needed the plural.
Oh
Yes,
my
at
gosh.
the end.
I almost rated someone who wasn't live.
Some rando.
That could have been really bad.
Only...
Perfect. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, that should work.
Wow. Thanks for the 80s vibes today, you guys. That was a fun stream.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching.
I'm glad we all love Stranger Things.
Yeah, and fun to talk about the 80s as well.
Yeah, it's a good vibe.
Yeah, it's a good vibe.
It makes me not want to be there, but like we'll have more content
Want to
from
listen
there.
to like synth music?
Oh, I want to listen to 80s music.
Yeah, like right now.
Right now. Definitely.
Yeah.
Boo Stranger. Zetsu. Boy, you show up at the last moment to boo us.
Stranger Things
Honestly,
is an
though,
amazing show.
I kind of miss you trolling a little bit.
Yeah, we did miss you this episode.
Yeah. Okay. I booed it earlier.
He was there earlier.
Oh, right. I forgot.
He showed up at the beginning and the end.
Yeah, just to boo.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Okay. Well, bye, you guys. I called it a mediocre show at best. Oh, my gosh. Well, this season,